The following is intended for immature audiences only. There's no such thing as a radio rating system. But if there were, this show would be rated O as in... Oh my God, this show is so stupid. These people should be in jail. Let's begin.
Good afternoon.
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy. Featuring Panama Ted.
Ted's a fun guy.
And the Crazy Soundboard.
Hola.
I'm Dennis Farina.
So much.
I even made just a little bit of a diagram for you.
56, and is that correct? Walk.
You weasel.
Turn off your brain and unzip your pants. Here's Common Man and Timmy.
Happy Friday. We are broadcasting live from Muirfield Village Golf Club. Day 2 for us at the Memorial Tournament. It is a wet and drippy day. I can't win. Yesterday, I wanted it to be about 20 degrees cooler. God says, well, here you go. Here's 55, but it's going to be raining and dripping wet the entire day. But the guys are out there still playing. No man today, last day of his vacation. So, boy, we're really scraping the bottom of the barrel. I'm just kidding. Adam King from 10 TV is here.
I am a man, Timmy. You said no man today. I am a man. I'm here.
Are either of us men?
That's
I'm
true.
not so sure.
I am but a boy. I just spilt Diet Coke all over the studio.
All right, so this was a hell of a 6-minute changeover from when Rothman and Ice left. So I did not have the wherewithal that our tiny little remote YouTube camera is right up here in the corner, and I was kind of conversing with Matty Ice. All the while, I think I had my bottle of Coke was in the shot there.
Oh,
so
Timmy, rookie move.
I'm going to rookie mistake. I'm going to put myself in jail for that one. King, I didn't even know if he was going to make it to the set. I mean, I knew you would because I spoke to you about 15 minutes ago. Then as it's, 3 minutes before the top of the hour, 2 minutes before the top of the hour, I'm worrying. He gets here, runs over. He's got a bottle of Diet Coke as well.
Mine I'm sharing with Rebecca. Rebecca and I are having a great Diet Coke here.
Rebecca De Mornay. So he's sitting here, and he drops his Diet Coke, it rolls all over the desk, shakes it up a little bit. So what does he do? Oh, there's this thing with soda and carbonation. Maybe I should let that sit for 15, 20 minutes. No, he immediately opens it up, soda everywhere. We got expensive radio equipment. He at least puts that thing under the desk. So look at that.
My butt is
soaked
in Diet Coke.
And it's not just water now from the rain.
It's covered in Diet Coke. Whoever sits in this chair next, I apologize.
Nobody. That's good news.
Good news. Yeah.
Until tomorrow.
I absorbed it all. Absolute disaster there. But, hey, what a start. It's only uphill from here, right, Timmy?
So here's what we're doing. Adam King is going to be with us until 5 o'clock. Really appreciate you and Nicole Shearin hooking us up today with the TV hits that you guys have. You guys are, I hardly ever see you, but you have a dedicated room at the bottom of the media center. That lets you know how much work 10 TV does for this entire tournament. Do you feel like you're a little frazzled by the time you get to Friday here when it's been a full week already? 2 more days to go.
So the interesting thing is, and I appreciate you allowing us to shift our schedule because I have to be on at the 5 o'clock news, so I can't host the 5 o'clock.
Must be nice.
Must be nice.
Yeah. Big TV star, big celebrity. Look out, everybody.
I walk around here, and I'll be honest, there are some people that look me in the eye, and I think, who are you to look me in the eye? I am a star. Yeah, I mean, just absolutely ridiculous.
They ask you who you are, and you say, wouldn't you like to know?
Wouldn't you like to know? It's on my credential. Look it up. We're in that bunker, and it's a lot, but it's a lot of fun. But once we get to the weekend, we can kind of shift our focus a little bit because the golf gets real intense, so then we're just talking about the golf. We try to cover the entire tournament, Timmy. We're trying to tell stories for everyone here, all right? Not just for the guy that's rooting for Scotty Scheffler because he put $20 down on DraftKings to win $25.
Shouldn't be doing that, Adam.
I don't do it. I would never.
But we are going to pick your parlay later on, so hopefully you'll have another golf pick. That's at 4 o'clock. We definitely are going to send some people to jail later on today. I've been thinking about my jailbirds all week. And then, when I get to Friday morning and it's on my mind, I wind up sending about 10 people to jail before I even show up at work. So we'll see how full it is. That's at 3:46. Oh, look, Jen Winters is helping us run things. Cam is here. Jen Winters is here. And, Jen, have you fallen down yet? No?
I have not fallen down yet.
I was almost thinking I would fall down for you
Thank
if you didn't want to.
I really used to really love coming out here. But ever since everything has happened with me falling down here, I don't like coming here anymore.
You fell?
But you're here.
Twice.
You've fallen twice at Muirfield?
Yes.
Well, first time with your feet? What happened?
Really? So the guy who spilled the Diet Coke all over the place?
You know what? It was
I don't
my
know
first
if you
time
should
with the
talk, Adam.
Ooh. Okay, look, we've got
let's talk about what Cam
we've got a
versus-
haul here. Have you seen this?
Okay, well, yeah.
Pro shop haul.
Cam
Wow.
versus-
This is really only going to help our people on YouTube here,
Well,
but Cam
no.
Taylor
You guys
just
are
dropped
words.
about
Use your words.
$700 in the pro shop
You know
here.
what's
So he's got
great?
some beautiful stuff. Cam, I like the choices here. He's got some golf shirts. He's got a nice new red
for the
hat.
camera.
He
Good
used your
stuff.
card. He said it was a company card. Timmy Hall, he swiped it.
Oh, I meant I had a bone to pick with Fish. Fish, I see this social media video earlier this week. We got Scotty Vegas and we got Anthony Rothman, who's just, made of money, and they're taking a company card into the pro shop, and they're doing this feature saying, we got $300 each to spend on the company card. What do you have, Anthony? Oh, I have this. What do you have, Scotty? Oh, I have this. I don't remember getting to do a $300 company card excursion in the pro shop. I'm just saying, for all, right?
I will say that's absolutely wild, because if you had $300 in the Muirfield Pro Shop, you're no longer just talking about, you might be talking about one zip up at this rate. But there's also the world where you could get maybe a low-end putter.
Once upon a time.
If I was Rothman, I'd walk in there and say, what golf club can I get for $300? And then you ruin the online segment, but you got a new golf club, and that's all you care about. You don't really care how happy Fish is.
I worry with a guy like Scotty Vegas with a company card because he's a department head. I've been watching Better Call Saul recently. That's like, Jimmy McGill with a law degree. It's like a chimp with a machine gun. Like, you just don't want... I don't want Scotty Vegas to have that card. He could do some serious damage with it.
He does a lot of gambling, right? I think the good segment would have been.
He's got problems.
He dabbles in that.
Yeah.
I think the good segment would have been.
Lost a fortune and then tried to earn a little bit back, but his family likes him anyway. Still,
Scotty asked for the $300. He didn't want to use it in the pro shop. He wanted to put it on a parlay and see how much he could grow it into.
Yes, gotta let it ride. Gotta let it ride. So. I know Colin Morikawa has been a favorite of yours. He's playing well out there today.
Yes.
When you get these kind of wet, damp conditions, it does make it a little bit more strenuous on the fans to get out here. Speaking of Jen with her 2 falls, I wonder if I put the over-under on 250 falls out there for fans between, kids walking around. You got the wet pavement, wet spots on the grass, hills. Probably a lot of falls out there for our fans. Could be some funny stuff as long as nobody gets hurt. But the golfers like it because they can stick the ball close to the pin. If they're hitting fairways, they can use those soft conditions and get some good birdie looks today.
I'm wearing my dress shoes, and for those watching on the YouTube stream, they have no traction. And at least 3 different times today, I have almost ended my day walking down hills. But I'm not like Jen Winters. I caught myself. Because I'm not here to embarrass myself. I'm here to spray Diet Coke on my butt. That is exclusively why I'm here.
Yeah, I made a big mistake on the shoe choice today. I wore Hey Dudes, and I think they're ruined. Yeah, I
wondered what smelled.
I had the press pass for the A lot, and the A lot is the big grass lot. But it's really grassy, and I thought maybe that it would be trampled down enough that I could find some safe places or walk on the gravel that doesn't get too muddy. But I was way off. I was, 10 steps there. I wanted to wear a decent pair of shoes. I wanted to look okay when I was out here doing the gig.
I get it.
And I don't know what to do for a rain shoe that I also don't want to completely destroy. Because I've got lawn shoes, but I've got the beaters. I'm not wearing those out here to Muirfield Village Golf Club. I'm not an animal.
Nice. You want people to say, there's Timmy Hall. He knows how to dress.
I'm not a disgrace. I try to be a good, clean boy, but sometimes I make the wrong choice.
But now the problem is they say, there's Timmy Hall. And now
he's got muddy shoes.
He's got muddy shoes. What kind of clown has muddy Hey Dudes? What are they paying him over there that he can't get himself a nice pair of Hey Dudes?
Well, enough that I'm just going to throw these out when I get home and buy another pair.
Be nice.
I think that's the choice that I'm going to have to make. Adam King, our sports anchor reporter from 10 TV, is with us here for a couple hours. So much yapping this week about the college football playoff format from the guys down south, but we seem to have a model that is trending. We'll talk about that next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. We've got a 10-minute delay due to an accident that's blocking the left lane on northbound 71 on the north side at 161. Also watch out for an accident that's on the right shoulder of westbound 70 on the east side after 33. This report is sponsored by Take 5 Oil Change. Get oil changes that are pit stop fast. Take 5 Oil Change gets you in and out in 10 minutes and is teaming up with the movie F1 starring Brad Pitt. Book ahead or drive in and catch all the speed in action only in theaters June 27th. This film is not yet rated. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone, and I'm going to let you know that right now, Getchy's Amish Country Furnishings is offering their best discount of the year on all their awesome sheds, pavilions, cabins, and garages from Weaver Barnes. These specials are only good through May, which makes right now the best time to order. Check out Getchy's Amish Country Furnishings' beautiful sales lot in Dublin, where you can see their displays and learn about all the options. There's never been a better time to get that project in motion and save some cash in the process. See all the details at AmishCountryFurnishings.com. Once again, that's AmishCountryFurnishings.com.
Did you know even the smallest increase in mortgage rates can cost you thousands of dollars over the life of your loan? Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. It's true, even a 0.25% change in rate can cost you thousands of dollars over the life of your mortgage. But with Third Federal's new Early Rate Lock, you don't have to take chances. Early Rate Lock is the only pre-approval that locks in your rate at pre-approval, even before you find a house. Plus, we're so confident that our rates are the lowest, if you find a lower rate, we'll beat it or give you $1,000. And now through June 30th, get pre-approved with Third Federal and we'll pay all of your closing costs. So don't wait. Call Third Federal today.
Right now with Third Federal, even before you find a home, lock in 6.625%, APR 6.685% on a 30-year fixed-rate purchase mortgage. Visit thirdfederal.com or call 1-800-3RD-FED today. APR reflects 15% down for $350,000 loan amount. Rate requires automatic payment program and is subject to change. Restrictions apply. Zero closing costs on low-cost loans only. See conditions for lowest rate guarantee at thirdfederal.com. Equal housing lender.
Get Eco.
ECO. Hey, Jerry.
Hey, Aaron. Hey, it's that time of year again.
What time is that?
The time all the air conditioners start breaking down.
Oh, that time. Yep, every year.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Like a swarm of bees. They all get together in a coordinated effort.
You mean the Queen air conditioner tells them all to break down?
Nah, they just get tuckered out in the heat, Aaron. Can we handle all the calls?
Sure, we have a swarm of highly trained coolness experts standing by.
Get Eco.
ECO. And we have $3.5 million in new service trucks to get them there the day you call.
The same day? Well, what if you don't call until...
We'll come as late as you'll stay up to let us in. Same day.
That explains all the revving engines.
It's like a beehive of activity, Jerry.
Do you know I invented that weird Scoopy thing you serve honey with?
You should invent something for ketchup, Jerry. It's America.
Ooh, now that's an idea.
Get Eco.
ECO. GetEco.com.
Road trip! This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings, because you're driving to Paris,
Texas!
Then it's off to Rome,
Georgia!
And you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin,
Ohio!
Right now, save up to $514 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
The Buckeyes are national champions. And you listen to it all right here on The Fan. And next year when they do it again, it'll be here on The Fan. And the year after that, well, you know the drill. Always and forever, your home of the Buckeyes. The Fan.
And now, Public Education Matters with Ohio Education Association President Scott Damaro.
As this school year comes to a close, please join me in thanking the dedicated teachers and education support professionals who have poured their hearts into their students every day this year to give them what they need to succeed. We have to turn our appreciation into action. Contact your lawmakers today and tell them to support our public schools.
Public Education Matters, brought to you by the Ohio Education Association.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty. Do you want to sell your property, however, you need a little help getting through the process? Let's say you have years of belongings in the home. It needs a lot of updating, you're overwhelmed, and you may need help finding a place to go. I will help you. Visit us today at TurboTrackRealty.com or call me now for an all-cash offer and, more importantly, the help you need at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
With Amazon Business, smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast. Free up your teams and focus on your future. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Day 2 of the Memorial Tournament will have rain and even isolated thunderstorms in the forecast. They will be scattered throughout the day. Otherwise, expect cloudy skies and our highs right around 70 degrees. For tonight, chance of showers overnight with lows in the 50s. And for Saturday, looking a lot nicer. We will see mostly sunny skies and our highs, again, right around 70. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfolo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy, live from the Memorial.
Presented by The Waterworks and Header Plumbing, Drain, Heating, and Cooling. And sponsored by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Visit pausebeforeyouplay.org.
I want to tell you about my friends at Tri-State Men's Health because, guys, listen, there is a dreaded 2-letter acronym out there. It's called erectile dysfunction. Adam, you know exactly what I'm talking about. For a limited time, don't worry. Tri-State Men's Health is offering the first appointment with a provider absolutely free, guys. No strings, no copays, nothing out of pocket. Let me say it again. The initial appointment is free, not discounted, completely 100% free. You can't get that deal anywhere. You meet with a real men's health expert and leave with real answers, but act soon. This is a limited-time offer. That free appointment is going to get you blood work, a medical consult, and a test dose of the medication if medically advised. You'll get all that stuff done, and it's completely free. ED is a terrible condition. A lot of times men will just put off having it treated. Why? Why do that? They got treatments that work 90% of the time or more. You could be doing it, not playing golf, doing it, the good one, the day after that appointment.
I enjoy golf, though.
Yeah, you do. TriStateMen'sHealth.com. We all enjoy golf. We're out here today watching the Memorial.
We are watching the Memorial. I don't want to comment on your accusation in the middle of that read. I will not confirm anything.
Don't know what you're referring to. Don't know what you're talking about. But there's good people out there that care about men's health and everything that comes with it. So just know that.
I appreciate
as you weave your way through life.
I appreciate you.
Oh, I appreciate you too. Adam King from 10 TV is with us here. So this is the way we're rocking it today. Adam's going to be here for the first couple of hours while Man is still on PTO. He'll be back next Monday, though. So we look forward to his return. And the lovely Nicole Shearin.
Whoa. I get Adam, and she gets lovely? What in the world are we doing here? I'm in front of you. She can't even hear you.
You're not.
I've had enough.
Oh, man.
Nicole may be here sooner rather than later at this rate.
Well, we would all welcome that.
You know what, Timmy?
Hey, how's that Coke?
It's great. It's a little flat.
We lost about half of it.
I did. Hey, Timmy, it looks like it stopped raining here at the Memorial.
This is actually nice. I mean, when you got an overcast day and when the rain quits, you've got that nice crisp chill in the air, and you're not going to be getting soaked.
You do get a little humid. You know what I don't
like?
Yeah,
that moisture can make it a little humid.
And then, but
it's too cold, though, for it to be that humid and that uncomfortable, because it's in the mid-50s, so I think we're good.
But nothing I would dislike more than that feeling when it's humid and then you get in your car and everything you just feel sticky and gross and you want to go home and shower. That's how I felt last night with all that. It was hot yesterday.
You do have a little bit of a point right there, Adam. I don't like the sticky kind of feeling either. But, I mean, no matter what you're doing, no matter what the temperature is, especially for you guys, you're out here working such a long day. You must run to the shower when you get home.
Well,
right?
It's
that kind of feeling where you're driving home and you're thinking, I cannot wait to take a shower.
That's me at all times, Timmy. Here's what I do, and a lot of people
don't.
That's
you at all times?
At all times.
You just always want to be showered?
I always want to be showered. That's what I say. Always be showered.
Weird thing.
No, here's my thought, and a lot of people, if you're listening, think this through, okay? I only shower once a month. But on that day, when I come into work, everybody says, wow, you smell great today. And that day, it's a great day. So if you're out there, save your water bill. And that one day, you'll have a good hair day. You'll smell good. Maybe throw on some deodorant. I don't want to waste it. Been using the same stick for the last 10 years. And it's a very helpful way to save the environment.
You're such an idiot. I'm going to have to get you on the Mitchum train, too. Because Mitchum is industrial grade. It's thick. It's thick. It goes on like paint.
My
You really
girlfriend
don't
is
have
on
any pores anymore under your arms once you throw a stick of Mitchum on.
My
It's
girlfriend's
great.
on this kick of non-toxin everything. I mean,
it's no good.
No, you
It's for
need
the
the
birds.
toxin.
Give me the chemicals.
Listen, well, like the detergent that I use, you gotta have the toxins in order to get that nice and clean. She wants no aluminum deodorant for me. I need the aluminum. Okay, there are people out there.
I want metal.
I want to feel it in my arm. Yeah, give me the toxins.
All right, Adam. Where are you with the college football playoff model? How did you enjoy, covering the Buckeyes and seeing the 12-team playoff up close, and already all the powers that be in college football, they don't think that 12 is enough, and they need to expand it even more. I would have been completely fine just the one expansion from 4 to whatever was decided, but they're going to keep doing it. They want to go to 16. There's a lot of steam for that, but exactly what that model is going to look like, it seems to be that the 5 plus 11 model, meaning forget about the 4 automatic bids for the SEC and Big Ten each. I don't know why those conferences wouldn't like that, having that many teams guaranteed to get into the system. But the 5 plus 11 model, again, a lot of this stuff comes from the chirping that's been going on in the SEC spring meetings. So all the ADs, coaches have had a lot to say this week. But that seems to be where it is headed at the moment. So you got the 5 highest ranked conference champs, and then 11 at-large bids, wherever they come from.
I hate it.
You don't like this idea?
Get it out of here. No, you know what I liked is when they did the reseeding decision they made about a couple weeks ago, where they said, hey, we're just going to seed them based on where they should be seeded, not on conference championships or anything. Loved it. They shouldn't touch this model ever again. 12 teams is perfect. At no point in the college football playoff did I think, you know what, we should give Iowa State a chance. I don't know, whoever was 13.
Alabama, right?
Alabama.
Oh, it's really too bad Ole Miss and that's what it's all Alabama, South Carolina, Ole Miss. How could we have a fair system with those guys not being here? Are you kidding me? We had 12 teams.
Let me
12.
Listen, Greg Sankey. Gregory, I know you listen to Common Man and Timmy. And I'll say this. I almost said Bone. That's the old show. I had to stop myself. I know you listen to Common Man.
Well, the logo was up there for about 3 weeks, so I do understand where you're coming from. Yeah.
I know you listen to this show. It's not all about your conference, okay? It's a system. You want to watch college football crumble? You want to see yourself become irrelevant? Go on your own. Have fun, Chief. The Big Ten and ACC and Big East and Big 12 will have a great time playing each other.
Sounds like jail for Greg Sankey.
I have never been
so annoyed. Sounds like jail.
You know what? The way that this man talks, and he hasn't even been in the national championship game the last 2 years. Where is he? You won in a 16-team playoff? You can't even make the championship game. I don't want to hear it.
I'll go on from that. Did you see some of the stuff? I think Heather Dinich reposted this. There were these packets that they were putting out at the spring meetings. So listen to this. On Thursday afternoon, they provided members of the media with a 6-page packet that included color-coded charts using multiple metrics to illustrate the league's dominant schedule strength. Sankey said the task for determining the CFP strength, the schedule component, is striking a balance between human and machine, referring to the old BCS computer formula. I mean, it's ridiculous how much they keep telling themselves how many teams we're supposed to have
Timmy,
and make excuses along the way that, that game was a really tough game, even though that they were intra-conference games between their own. Somehow, a home loss to Kentucky, the losses that Alabama had to Oklahoma, who is really poor, and Vanderbilt, of all teams, don't seem to matter anymore. Look, they were right there on the edge, okay? Your teams are right there on the edge. They didn't get in. That's going to have to happen at some point. 16 teams, I'm almost with you that does seem like it's too much. They're going to do it, but that gets the 3 teams in the SEC that didn't make it this last year in it.
I'm all for self-love. I'm all for everybody saying, hey, I'm good, pumping yourself up. Somebody needs to take an ego pill with Greg Sankey in the SEC.
They do it a lot down there. They do.
Like,
they do.
At some
More than
point,
most.
take a breath, my guy. You are not the pinnacle of the sport. The Big Ten has won the last 2 national titles.
One of their coaches said that this week. I forget which one it was, but one of them acknowledged that. It might have been Brian Kelly.
I mean,
might have been Brian, because he was talking about wanting to do and I'm with him, we need to have more uniform schedule. You need to, because again, part of what the SEC is focusing in on is that they want to have clear discussion about what strength of schedule means, because, we're in a tougher conference, so we could have 4 loss teams that are as good as your 2, 1, or 0 loss teams out there, which is ridiculous, but that's what they say they want.
You cannot tell me that Vanderbilt is a quality loss. Enough. When Vanderbilt beat Alabama, it was one of the biggest upsets in a long time. And now, magically, by the end of the season, everyone's like, wow, that was a quality loss. They went on the road to Vanderbilt, and they only lost by X amount of points.
I don't really care how tough your conference is.
I don't.
The Big Ten's a tough conference.
You go on the road to Wisconsin and tell me it's not tough.
They put 4 teams in, and the SEC put 3 teams in.
It's garbage.
And why is Illinois that much worse of a team than some of these other 3-loss SEC teams that we were talking about? Didn't they beat one of those SEC teams?
You know what
they're arguing should have been in? They beat South Carolina. They were yelling at each other about signals on kickoffs.
Yeah, whatever they were doing.
The T sign. What the T is. Bielema didn't like that.
Let me say this. There's one way to solve this, and it's very, very easy. You bring the Big Ten SEC challenge to college football, and you do it every single non-conference.
Yeah.
And because when you play the bowl games, like you're talking about Illinois, then you know what you hear? You know what you hear? Oh, well, we didn't care. It was a bowl game we didn't care about. So play it to start the season. And when you start the season with it, then for the rest of the year, you can't hear the strength of schedule argument.
Adam King from 10 TV is with us here on the show today. We'll get you a Memorial leaderboard update, and also the Buckeye basketball roster took a little hit. We'll tell you how big of a deal it could be in 2.5 minutes, right? Because that leaderboard update. Yeah, Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got an accident that's blocking the right lane and causing a 10-minute delay on northbound 71 on the south side at Stringtown Road. And also watch out for a crash that's on the left shoulder of eastbound 33 after Post Road that's causing delay. This report is sponsored by rrfoundationspecialist.com. A strong home is built on a strong foundation. Family-owned R&R Foundation Specialist specializes in sinking foundations, concrete slabs, leaning walls and chimneys, waterproofing, drainage, and more. Get a free estimate at rrfoundationspecialist.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
2 guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same 2 guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Feeling stressed or overwhelmed? Not sure how to get the mental health help you need? We've got your back. Call the Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office at 855-438-6442. We'll help you figure out what mental health benefits may be in your health plan. No more confusion, just the support you deserve. Call the Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office at 855-438-6442.
Hi, I'm Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers.
And I'm his very overpaid celebrity endorser, Common Man. Bob, I heard somewhere, actually from you many, many times, that Worthington Jewelers is where Columbus gets engaged.
It's too bad you and Timmy can't engage the audience.
Good zing, Bob.
If you're thinking of popping the question, there's only one place to go.
Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington. WorthingtonJewelers.com. Tell them Common Man sent you.
97.1 The Fan. Memorial Leaderboard Update.
And it's brought to you by BMI Federal Credit Union. Enjoy rates lower than the national average, plus a special rate on balance transfers with a Visa Platinum or Visa with Rewards credit card. Round 2 of the Memorial. Nick Taylor in the lead at 7 under par. Colin Morikawa and Ben Griffin a shot back at -6. Akshay Bhatia and Scotty Scheffler 3 back at -4. Round of the day so far went to Sam Burns with a 65 to get things back to -3. Burns saying he took advantage of the conditions.
You know, other than the rain, the golf course being soft, I think helps a lot. You know, if you drove it well and got in position, you could be a little more aggressive. And I think we did a good job of, you know, kind of attacking when we could and then trying to fight for par whenever we were out of position.
All chasing Nick Taylor at 7 under par. We'll have another report next hour. Skip Mossick on the Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Man and Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
Timmy is aroused. Uncomfortably aroused. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy live from the Memorial.
Presented by The Waterworks and Header Plumbing, Drain, Heating, and Cooling. And sponsored by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Visit pausebeforeyouplay.org.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motor Company right here on The Fan. We thank them for sponsoring this lovely show. I'm Timmy Hall. That is Adam King from 10 TV. As we await the return of the Common Man on Monday. Looking forward to that, but we're having fun out here at the Memorial this week. This is one of my favorite weeks of the entire year, and you really do not know what Mother Nature is going to spit out at you. One thing I do know is that the chat has been on your ass, Adam, on YouTube. They would like to know why you're screaming about
passionate.
Everything
Listen,
today.
And I would like to say to Panama Ted, you've started a revolution in the chat. One guy said he didn't realize I was screaming. Now he can't stop thinking. So I'll talk quieter. Okay?
This is a nice tone for you now.
It's a nice tone.
This is relaxed.
I'll just sit here.
This is
listen,
Golf King.
We'll have a little talk. You can kick your feet up. Put on a little smooth
So Adam,
jazz.
Tell me, when did you know you wanted to be a sportscaster?
I'll tell you this, Timmy. My whole life, I've just loved golf and football, and it's a beautiful, beautiful day.
I thought it would be funny, but it's
getting
painful.
old. It's
Yeah.
getting old pretty quick. Yeah, not great.
So that was too much the other way.
Yeah, so we'll find a middle ground here, I promise.
we'll get to that balance.
Friends.
Jim Nance is going to be. How about that too? This is one of the tournaments that's got the dual coverage from the NBC Sports family and then CBS, because clearly Jim Nance and Trevor Immelman, they'll be in here like they always are for the Saturday and Sunday coverage, some NBC Sports coverage on Thursday and Friday. But this is one of the best, Adam. I know golf fans, golf nerds, which I know you are one. I found that out about you pretty soon after you started working here, even though your play could pick up a little bit, could improve.
Rude.
I mean, it's just being honest, right? Just want to put the cards right out there on the table.
I mean,
But this tournament, let me finish, though.
Okay,
This tournament is the next best outside of the majors. The only one that could even be argued is the Players, and I just think this one has so much on the Players Championship. I really do, because it is Jack Nicklaus's event.
I am surprised, and I love the Players, and as you said, I'm a golf nerd, but I am
got
surprised at the level of the
how much
Players
moxie
is
that
the
one
fifth
has.
major.
Yeah.
Like that is shocking to me, because I do think this one has something that no other tournament on tour has, which is Jack Nicklaus. It has the ability, and at one point it could be 20 years down the road, Tiger will have a tournament where every year.
I mean, he's got a tournament every year anyway, where he's the key
it'll
sponsor.
take the prestigiousness.
He's
of
got
this.
the Genesis now, right? He had the tournament
He had
that
the
was
Bridgestone.
Yeah, the one that was in the Maryland, the DMV area as well.
But he'll have one day there'll be a tournament where it's more of an honoring Tiger every single year. And for the Players, it's about coming back here for Jack. That's what they all say. I want to come because Jack is here, which is why, I'll be honest, Rory McIlroy, if you're listening, the way you handled this.
I love how you have
garbage.
I love it, Adam. I love how you have Sankey listening to us.
Yeah.
And you've got Rory.
I mean,
you know what? Thank you, because if they're not, they should be. I don't know what they're missing. Put the podcast on at least.
I have had enough of Rory not calling Jack and saying, hey, I'm not going to be there. It takes 2 seconds. I understand it's probably not the greatest phone call, but you got to make the call. Sometimes in life things are tough. Sometimes you got to call your mom and tell her, hey, stop bothering me for a while, all right? I'm a busy man. Sometimes you just got to do those things, all right? So call Jack. Rory, get on the phone right now. Call Jack.
I agree with that. I think golf media, I said this on the show earlier this week, I think they do try to take time to look for a way to attack Rory or get on him a little bit more than other guys, which it surprises me a little bit because of how much that mantle he took when the divide was real and Liv had just split off and he was just the mouthpiece for the PGA Tour and staying with the PGA Tour for the legacy reasons because of what it does for the game of golf. But the call was in order. Yeah, when you're going to miss this tournament, you should have just done the right thing and picked up the phone and called him. When you just were name dropping there and having Rory listen to our show and other celebs.
Why are you saying he's not?
It took me back a minute to when I kind of first started doing this, and my dad would geek out about me being on the radio, and he would always text me and want to know, like, who'd you get to talk to? You know, who have you been? He wanted to hear, sports stars' names. Like, have you talk to this guy, or, what's Urban Meyer? Like, he had me as best friends with Urban Meyer, and I didn't really have that much of a relationship with him, but I would always kid him. When I would tell him what my rundown was for the show, I'd have 3 guests that would be on my show that night. I'd have Tiger Woods in the first hour, then we'd have Michael Jordan, and then we'd have Wayne Gretzky. So I tried to think of the 3 biggest stars that ever existed.
And did your
They're
dad
on the show tonight
in
Columbus, Ohio? It's crazy. We got him.
Did he listen every single night and go, "This kid has lied to me for the 47th straight day. I refuse to listen to his show anymore"?
Why can we not get Tiger, though? I mean, I know he's not here this week. Why would we not? How could we not? We should make that our mission. We should make it the mission to eventually get Tiger to come here and throw the headset on. I think you'd have a hell of a time.
I think you'd have a hard time getting Tiger out of the tent, considering there would be a crowd around here. There'd be more people standing around the 97-1 The Fan tent than the 18th green. But I'd be first in line. I'm not a big picture guy. Like, hey, let's take a picture with someone you're interviewing. I think there's a professional line there. I would for sure.
I would hope so.
Yeah,
hope so.
No. But I would for sure.
You're more of an autograph guy.
Yeah, I like. Hey, can I have your socks? I'd love to sell those. What are you doing with that jersey after the game?
Sure. Yeah.
But I would for sure ask Tiger for a
crossing
picture.
those lines wherever I can. Adam, some Buckeye basketball news came down here. Dorian Jones, Buckeye basketball recruit. He is in the incoming class. He was one of the 2. You got Bynum, who I like as a prospect. I think with his size and his length, Bynum's going to be able to do some things as a reserve player for this upcoming team as a true freshman. And I thought Dorian Jones, maybe not quite that level of impact, but when you're talking about guys that could play wing positions for this team with Micah Parrish leaving, and we're not really sure if they haven't really replaced him. The idea would be that Devin Royal makes that switch, makes that move to play the 3, because he's going to have to based on who they weren't able to get in the portal. But the reason that Dorian Jones is not going to be playing for the Buckeyes in 25-26, reading this from Adam Jardy's article, he posted this on social media. Jones did. As I reflect on my development, this year's an opportunity for me to grow more prior to college. I won't be enrolling at Ohio State this year, but I look forward to continuing our relationship. You remember Darius Baisley back in the day?
Oh, my
was
gosh.
committed, decommitted, committed to Syracuse, decommitted, and then went G League. And a lot of guys look for that semi-professional route on their way to the NBA.
And I ask you, where is Darius Baisley now? I do think he got some time in the NBA.
I think he was with the Thunder for a little bit.
It has not panned out in the way that he had hoped.
But that's not Jones. This speaks to, and I think Hellwagon had some sources that said this speaks to academics, and it sounds like that because you're talking about growing more prior to college. That means that it's going to be a prep school, and you're not going to start the clock on your college eligibility, so that helps a little bit. You do have to wonder, though, whether he says he's still got a commitment to Ohio State. Will we actually see him here in the scarlet and gray? I am hesitant now to just know that you're not getting him this year. A lot can happen in a year's time. Maybe he gets a change of heart. Maybe some other opportunity comes up. So I hope to see him because you want to see Ohio talent stay here and flourish with the Buckeyes, but I'm not so sure anymore.
I do think it's really interesting, and college basketball does this to a different level. When you see a guy say, like, hey, I'm going to take a break, or hey, I'm not going to come right now, but I will, you never see him again. It's wild. It's a thing in college basketball that happens.
How'd that go for Michi, right?
Exactly. It
Michi left the team, and I don't think any of us expected him to come back, and he ain't back.
It happens so often in college basketball where guys say, I need just a couple days. I need this. I'm going to take an extra year. And then 5 years from now, you and I are sitting there, because we'll still be friends because we're best friends, and you'll say, who is Dorian Jones, and where is he? Wasn't he supposed to come to Ohio State? Why did he never show up?
Didn't you used to be Dorian Jones?
Yeah, exactly.
I was in high school. I was.
Exactly.
Yeah, so we will see.
Well done.
I don't know. It's not well done. I don't know what he sounds like.
No.
Yeah. So anyway, we got a lot of problems with a lot of people and things, and we're sending them to jail. You can send some people to jail as well at Man and Timmy 971 on Twitter and X. I put a post out there before the show. A lot of you guys were sending me some jailbirds as well. That is coming up. It is Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You should watch for some slowdown due to an accident that's on Hudson Street at 4th Street. We also have a crash that's causing some delay on Cleveland Avenue at Oakland Park Avenue. This report is sponsored by COSI. Unofficial Galaxies, Star Wars exhibit open through Labor Day. Unofficial Galaxies has arrived and is now open at COSI through Labor Day. An incredible collection of characters, stunning designs from one of the most beloved sci-fi franchises of all time. Unofficial Galaxies now open at COSI. Get your tickets now at COSI.org. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
This summer, elevate your backyard barbecue game with Napoleon Grills from Billiards Plus in Dublin. Experience the power of Napoleon's infrared sizzle zone, reaching up to 1,800 degrees in just 30 seconds for that perfect steakhouse sear. Stay connected with the Napoleon Home app. Monitor up to 3 temperature probes, all from your smartphone. Built to last with premium steel, the grilling season never ends with Napoleon Grills from Billiards Plus. Visit Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin and transform your patio into a gourmet grilling paradise.
Hollywood Casino Columbus is bringing the funny this summer. Tiffany Haddish takes the mic on Friday, July 18th with the Funny and Fearless Tour. Then Dion Cole Live hits the stage Friday, September 5th for a night of nonstop laughs. 2 comedy icons, 2 unforgettable nights. Get your friends, grab a drink, and get ready to laugh all night long. Big names, big laughs, only at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Tickets available at Ticketmaster. Visit HollywoodColumbus.com for more details. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
When you join the plus side with AAA, that's all you'll have to do. Or you could learn to change your own tire.
Hey fam, what's up? Today I'm gonna teach you to change a flat. Before we start, make sure it's not raining, or hailing, or lightning.
You can have AAA find you the right insurance policy, or you can shop for your own.
Hello?
I'm with Mega Insure. You requested a quote?
Yes, 3 months ago.
You could have our travel advisors plan your dream vacation, or book your own travel.
Woo! Panama City Beach! Spring break!
I thought you said we were going to Panama.
Wait, there's a difference?
Skip the hard work. On the plus side, get more with AAA. Go to AAA.com/plus side.
We can come the day you call us.
We're 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Brian, I've been meaning to ask you something.
Okay, ask away.
Sometimes when we're talking, I hear a little sparkling sound.
Is it when one of us says, all you have to do is point?
There it is. Did you hear that?
That's the sound of magic happening.
Magic? Like we can come the day you call us? Wow.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Cheetah Green with Skip Mosick.
Saturday, we're at Muirfield Village talking Memorial with Dave Shedlowski of Golf Digest, plus Andy Montgomery on Monday's U.S. Open qualifier at Kinsale.
Cheetah Green with Skip Mosick, Saturday mornings at 9 on The Fan.
Hi, this is Bob Masheter from Dick Masheter Ford. Thank you to all of Central Ohio as we head towards 60 years of doing business in the Buckeye State. Dad opened up in 1967 simply trying to offer a better way to buy a car, and we've been working ever since to serve our neighbors. We have served you through wars, recessions, and even a Chinese virus. Here is to serving you and your kids and your grandkids for the next 60 years, except on Sundays when we're closed, because it's the right thing to do. Still 24/7 at masheterford.net. Thanks.
Common Man here. I want to talk to you about my buddy Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers. It's rare that a business comes along and offers you such great quality, service, price. If you or someone you love or like, or even strangers on the street tell you they need a jeweler, tell them you got a guy, and that guy is Bob Capace at Worthington Jewelers.
I'm Bob Capace, and I'm your guy.
Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington, worthingtonjewelers.com, where Columbus gets engaged.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Federal Elite Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Timmy is at the memorial. Common Man has been arrested for public urination.
Freeze, you little shock jocks.
You're listening to a special edition of Common Man and Timmy live at the Memorial Tournament.
Presented by The Waterworks and Header Plumbing, Drain, Heating, and Cooling. And sponsored by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Visit pausebeforeyouplay.org.
What a fitting rejoin right there. The reason that man is not here, public urination. He's been arrested. I mean, we did talk about this a lot this week. The Bogey Inn has not reopened yet, but they're doing a big tent party for 3 days during the memorial. So beware.
Beware.
If you go out there, yeah.
Beware.
There's going to be some things consumed
That's
at that Bogey Inn tent party.
1 or 2 drinks.
Hey, Timmy,
or
real
85.
quick.
Oh.
Yeah, Ted, go ahead. Hey, how you doing there, Teddy?
I'm doing good, Mike.
Thanks.
We got a DM from our guy Mitch Fudge on Twitter, and he says that he sort of is running things out there at the tent at the Bogey Inn. He said you should stop by.
I bet he wants me to stop by.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can make it, though.
Hey, Teddy, while we've got you, how's my tone been? Better?
It's a little
quieter?
subdued. I'd prefer the shouting, actually.
You like the shouting. All right, sounds good. Back to it. Game on.
Let's send some people to jail. Shall we do that?
Shall we do it?
Jail.
He's the judge, jury, and executioner. Timmy Hall says, go to jail.
Sponsored by Metal Supermarkets. Visit metalsupermarkets.com/Columbus for all your metal needs.
I feel like you're going to be in the jail every week, and it's just...
I'm in jail again?
What's the reason? You know, there's so many different reasons.
What did I do?
I mean, it was the Coke today.
Okay.
It was spilling Coke everywhere. We've got expensive radio equipment all around. You just dropped it. That's the thing I don't understand. You just dropped it, and your mind says, I should open this right away. Take a break.
Let's thirsty.
Get right to it.
I was thirsty. I was ready to drink my Diet Coke. I really didn't expect what was a Mount Vesuvius explosion that went everywhere. But I will accept that jail time.
You know,
can I plead?
You should have tried to make a deal, yeah, because I was going to let you off a little bit. You just said you'd accept the
No,
jail
well,
time. The DA was about to let you off, and there you go. I'll take it.
You can't say you're guilty and then try to change.
I was going to say, overall, you've been a good, clean boy, so I was going to just have you work the rest of the tournament and put you on a probationary period.
I appreciate that.
So we'll see what happens next Friday, and if you're back in the jail cell. A lot of my jailbirds come from the streets, Adam.
Okay.
Come from the roads of Columbus.
That's how I feel.
I had
my first one.
I had the white Ford work van that was heading in today. Here's the thing: we've got that 33 is a mess too. It's a godforsaken mess. Like our ODOT guys, I'm going to jail you too.
You
who designed that for where southbound on 270 merges with 33 northwest going towards Marysville, and when we try to get over there to Avery Road. What I do like though in that design is there's a dedicated right turn lane to go north on Avery, and you get a green arrow. It takes the complication out of this. There's no right turn on red. It's a green arrow. So go. That means don't put your foot on the brakes. That means put your foot on the gas. And there's also a dedicated lane there, so you don't have to worry about yielding. You just go. This white Ford work van, a complete full stop on a solid green arrow. Jail for you. That's at least 6 months. You caused me 15 seconds of frustration. That's a tough mental headspace. Jail for you.
Jail for the person. Is there a noise I'm supposed to wait on? Did you? Okay.
No, I don't hear any noises.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, you just start screaming again.
Yeah. I'm with you on that one. Jail for the person behind me that honked in a drive-thru when we were trying to get coffee yesterday morning.
Honked at you in a drive-thru?
Honked in a drive-thru. Let me explain
Where are you going to go?
Let me explain to you something. I am not making the coffee. Do not honk at me. I am in my car. I am preparing for my day, and you're going to honk at me? Absolute garbage. Okay,
so there was nothing that you were doing.
Nothing I could do. I don't know.
Cars in front of you, or you were you were at the window.
I was at the window.
Okay,
and it's
you want
one
me
of those
to leave without getting my stuff?
It's one of those conversations where, just to be clear, if I'm the car behind, I'm sitting there going, "What did this guy order? The whole restaurant?" But because I'm in the actual car, I understand that it's just me waiting on my coffee, and it's taken forever. Jail.
I will say, I'm with you on that, Adam. I will say though, like if we have more information, like if we were. Say we actually went in to dine, like at a McDonald's. I like to call that dining too, as we should.
It's a fine dining.
You get to see, or sometimes you can witness this at the drive-thru too, because you can see like some of the mouth breathers that'll put their head out their window and like, hello, do you guys have hamburgers right now? It's like, yes, this is McDonald's.
Yeah.
It's not the ice cream machine. We've got it. And they'll like order for 8 instead of just ordering on the app like a good boy. Just do it that way and save time. But some people they'll take forever with their order, and I do think some jail time is warranted there. I also had a 50 to 60-year-old brunette woman in a red RAV4 this week at the Maya.
Sounds like my mom.
It wasn't your mom.
You don't know that.
I just met her yesterday. Beam shook their hands before I did, but I met them yesterday. So she left her shopping cart right there.
Oh,
left it right there.
That's not jail. That's prison.
We made awkward eye contact. We kind of had like a quick 2-second stare down because I just had my arms folded. I was getting out of my car, and I kind of stood there, and she already got into her car and closed the door and was looking at me through the windshield, and I just stood there, and she just started to slowly back up. And drive away. And I just said, uh-huh. And while she was still backing up, I grabbed the cart, locked eyes with her, and started walking it to the cart return.
Well done.
Threw it into the side
Well
spot.
done, as you should. Have you seen the guy where he puts magnets on people's cars
to prevent that guy? That guy's going to get killed.
Yes, but I love what he does. He's doing a community service.
He's doing God's work, but he should be careful.
I will say this.
That's the cart narc.
Yeah, the cart narc.
On Instagram, yeah.
Speaking of cart narcs, straight to jail, the carts at the Muirfield at Memorial Tournament. I understand you got places to be. You got to get the water to the next concession stand.
Oh, you're sending volunteers?
Not the volunteers.
Place driving the golf cart.
Not the volunteers.
They're here for the people.
No. Just the concept that there is not enough room for the carts and the fans and everybody to be walking. And I feel like I'm going to get hit 45 seconds, every 45 seconds, and then another cart comes through, and this guy's got to go here. It's just so much going on. We need, what they need is like secret paths that the carts can take so they can get to the
secret paths. Mm-hmm. Yeah, secret. Maybe tunnels too.
Tunnels.
They lead to Jack's place for coffee and tea as well. Eric on social media hit us up. Said a neighbor of mine had a garage sale a couple weeks ago. They left a lot of the stuff they didn't sell out by the street in hopes people would just take it. It's still there 2 weeks later, and other neighbors have followed suit. Yes, I hate this. So now everyone's crap is lining the street. That's mayhem. That's jail. Yeah, that's major jail time. No one wants your crap. Send it to boxofcrap.com.
Take it to Goodwill. Don't leave it out in the rain.
Yeah, they'll send it to the right people. I had to send Charlie Baker to jail because there's more talk. That's the NCAA prez. There's more talk about expanding the NCAA tournament. It's ridiculous.
Whoa.
Oh, man.
If you're from Columbus, you want expansion. We'd like to see the Buckeyes back in there at some point.
I don't. And look at this photo. Adam, you can see it. Describe this cake. Eric Reeser from Bishop and Friends said, jail for my girlfriend's coworkers that cut, clawed, and scooped birthday cake like animals. That's
prison. That's prison.
Is worse than you taking a little bite or knifing into a donut.
Can you show the camera there?
I don't know.
That is absolutely ridiculous. It looks like somebody has cut a T in the middle of the cake, but it's not pretty. It looks like someone has used their hands.
Yeah, it does.
Go to jail.
Put your face and your tongue into the cake.
Real quick. Every person that's driving in front of me on the road at all times can go to jail. That's how I feel at all times. Everybody else.
Get out of the way.
Get out of my way.
Get out of the way. We're trying to whip up our fun parlays for the weekend. We'll each do it, and you got to pick your parlay next. Adam King is in. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You should be aware of an accident that's blocking the right lane and causing slowdown on northbound 71 on the south side after Greenlawn Avenue. We also have an accident that's on the left shoulder of southbound 315 before I-70 causing slowdown. This report is sponsored by Take 5 Oil Change. Get oil changes that are pit stop fast. Take 5 Oil Change gets you in and out in 10 minutes and is teaming up with the movie F1 starring Brad Pitt. Book ahead or drive in and catch all the speed in action only in theaters June 27th. This film is not yet rated. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Common Man here. I've told you about my friends at Sell for 1% Realtors. I am back to remind you that if you're thinking about selling your home, it should not cost you 6% to do it. Their premise is almost too good to be true. They sell your home for 1% commission, not 6. That's it. I had to check it out for myself, see if it was legit. I met with the family-run business here in Central Ohio. They will give you everything you expect from any realtor for a whole lot less. This is full service, not discount. They literally do everything that a realtor who charges you 6% is going to do, and probably more. They can do it because they use today's technology, which has made the realtor's job easier, taking photos, signing documents on your phone. And instead of keeping their prices the same like everybody else does, they pass the savings on to you because they know you're going to be happy with the service. Tell a friend, they get more business. Oh, what a novel concept. If I knew about these guys 10 years ago, I would have saved a boatload of money. On average, customers save about 10 grand in commissions. If you're selling, give my guys a call. 614-451-6616. Sellfor1%.com.
When sudden illness or injury strike, Ohio State offers 3 types of urgent care to meet any of your needs. From traditional urgent care to our specialized orthopedic urgent care for activity-related injuries and advanced urgent care for more serious injury and illness. Ohio State's experts treat everything from broken bones to ear infections and colds and flu. When your illness or injury can't wait, the choice is clear.
Hey, it's Anthony. Comfort is king. We all strive for it, but life gets in the way. You know that. And oh, my aching feet is not just a cliche. That's why the Good Feet store, in my opinion, has the best arch support solutions engineered to help you and me live the life we love without pain. For more than 30 years, they've taken great pleasure in helping thousands discover the comfort they've been dreaming of. I'm a customer. I have their 3-step system put right into all my shoes. They support, balance, and strengthen my feet and really guide them right into their ideal position. Every step I take, every move I make, I get relief. Not from the song, although I love that, but from my personally fit arch supports from the Good Feet store. Your free fitting is designed to help them understand you, your pain, and your discomfort, your personalized system. You'll walk out wearing your new arch supports hassle-free and begin living the life you love without pain. The Good Feet store on Stringtown Road in Grove City or Polaris Parkway. Learn more at goodfeet.com.
It's been a great run. Care Heating and Cooling has achieved goals I could only imagine 30 years ago. But now it's time for the next generation to take over. This is Mike Weens, now the retired founder of Care Heating and Cooling with my sons, Dennis and Ryan.
Dad, as Care grew over the years, you had many opportunities to sell Care to one of the big conglomerates that are buying companies all over Central Ohio. So tell our customers why you decided to keep Care in the family.
After talking about Care's values for over 30 years, I couldn't bear the thought of Care becoming the kind of company I was warning our customers about. I know the two of you will continue to treat our customers as I would, with honesty and integrity.
We will, Dad. In 2024, Care was awarded a BBB Torch Award for Ethics and was named the Lennox Partner of the Year. You don't earn those awards by leaving cat toys behind.
Call Care Heating and Cooling at 1-800-COOLING or schedule an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com. When you need a company you can trust.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Spring is here and it's time to refresh your yard with Ohio Mulch. With 15 convenient locations in Central Ohio, it's easier than ever to get your mulch ready for the season. Need it delivered? No problem. Save $50 on home delivery when you order online. Whether it's mulch, soil, or even stone, we've got your yard covered. Visit OhioMulch.com today and spruce up your garden with the best.
Ohio Mulch, landscape supply, greener, greener, better.
career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. SkillBridge and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan.
Good afternoon. This is Paul Keel's two-way tie for the lead at a soggy second round of the Memorial Tournament at Muirfield Village. Ben Griffin and Nick Taylor are both at 7 under par. A stroke better than Colin Morikawa, 2 better than Akshay Bhatia. Scotty Scheffler is lurking. He's at 4 under par. Meanwhile, Mao Saigo at -8, the second round leader at the LPGA Championship in Wisconsin. She's 3 strokes ahead of Nelly Korda. Baseball today, TJ Friedl, Tyler Stevenson, Jake Fraley, all homers for the Cincinnati Reds, who have a 6-0 lead over the Chicago Cubs in the 7th at Wrigley Field. Cleveland Guardians begin a home series with the Los Angeles Angels tonight at Progressive Field. And the Columbus Clippers scheduled to play in Rochester. This update brought to you by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, Dr. Mark Levy's office, you can reach him at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or online at sleepbettercolumbus.com. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Good afternoon, friends. You're listening to a special edition of Common Man and Timmy live from Muirfield.
Presented by The Waterworks and Header Plumbing, Drain, Heating, and Cooling. And sponsored by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Visit pausebeforeyouplay.org.
Happy Friday to all you fine fans out there. Timmy Hall and Adam King from 10 TV. He is in for the Common Man today. Mike is going to be back from his vacation on Monday. He's missing all the fun. It's really weird how he's always gone for these couple of days. A lot of us love coming out here to the Memorial. It is a great time. It's good people watching. It's great golf. It's a lot of great fun. It's one of our crown jewels here in Central Ohio, Adam.
You said special edition of Common Man and Timmy Hall. Is that because I'm here? Is that what makes it special, Timmy? Because
there's a lot of things that are special about you.
Thanks, Timmy.
Yeah.
I teed you up and you hit it out of the park. Well done.
Just a very special boy.
Just a special boy.
No, Nicole Shearin is going to be here at 5 o'clock because you're going to have to skedaddle to do some 10 TV responsibilities. So Nicole is going to help us out for the final 5 o'clock hour on our set here to clean up play for the weekdays. And we'll have more shows going on here tomorrow and on Sunday. So do come by and say hello to some of our weekend friends. I know Dane Sanzenbacher, he'll be on a show out here tomorrow, and Devere Posey will be doing Fan Sports Sunday out here as well. Before we do our parlays, I know you saw this headline. This was something that was brought up this week. And I heard I've been hearing Scotty Scheffler's comments about it, how they decide their champ at the end of the season. I mean, I can't even remember when they started doing the FedEx Cup, but it doesn't seem like they've been doing it for that long, but they've been doing it for quite a few years now. The FedEx Cup with the Tour Championship.
The Tour Championship, but how long have they been doing it with the initial adding strokes for the leader? Because
that has not been that long.
I was going to say, it hasn't been that long. It's been relatively new.
And that's the story, starting with this year's Tour Championship at East Lake. That's the one in Atlanta. That was Tiger's third to last win, where, you saw thousands of people just lining that 18th hole.
One of the greatest moments in golf.
He was getting back to winning ways, and then he would go on to win the Masters and then one more tournament to tie Sam Snead at 82 all time. But that was a big deal. So that's the final tournament, and now everybody is going to start at even par in stroke play. That might not sound odd to you at all if you're not really in the know with how golf ends its season, but they had this system where the number one player going into the last tournament where they cut it down to 30. So if you're a NASCAR fan, you can probably follow along with how they choose to wind down their season by cutting things off, a few races into it, and then in the chase for the cup. So say Scotty's in the lead, he'd start the tournament at 10 under par. And what is it, at least a 2-stroke lead for him for second place? I think that's how it worked. So he has earned himself a 2-shot advantage because he's the season leader. So the thinking there, which I agree with, is why wouldn't he be a little bit ahead of the curve to go and try to win that last event? It doesn't mean he's going to win that event. 2-stroke lead is not everything over 4 rounds of golf. But for a guy that good, you feel like he's earned it, they're not going to do that anymore. They want everybody starting at the same.
Well, then, if you're not going to do that, then you've got to just straight up give guys buys in this situation, which they kind of already have. But there has to be some incentive for the regular season point standings. Otherwise, you show up, you win the first one, maybe you win the BMW, and you've got a real chance of taking home the $10 million. I understand the idea of wanting it to be more competitive, and there was, you think back to the year Tiger won it, there was some confusion. Well, Tiger won it, but if I can't remember who it was that year, but if they bogey out, then Tiger wins both things.
Tiger didn't win.
He didn't win the Tour Championship. Yeah, he didn't win the FedEx
Tour
Cup.
Championship.
Yes.
You get to win a great event.
Yes.
That doesn't mean, and I'm with you. And Teddy, chime in, because I know you're a big NASCAR guy. I'm sure there's been a lot of debate in that sport that you shouldn't have to win the last race to be the season-long champ. I kind of feel like that could be a thing in golf as well.
Yeah, in NASCAR, it's the same thing where there's a lot of people say, it should just be the regular season, should just go all the way to the end, and whoever has the most points wins. But then they created the playoff because they wanted that more of a tournament, sort of NCAA tournament feeling to their season. So they had the final 10 races to decide, and then when it comes down to it, you get 4 guys in the last race, and then just whoever wins that one wins the championship, even though they may have not had the best season, but they got their way to that final race, and they win it, and then they win the championship.
Yeah, to me, Adam, it seems like it should be either or of we're going to stagger the start, or you're just going to have the point system be the point system. And I get only 30 guys make it into the last tournament.
But
so if the 30th place guy gets hot and wins, he gets the cup?
Yeah, is that a real indicator of how the entire season of golf went? I mean,
of course not, because you're talking about won 7 times.
You're talking about January to August, and you're going to decide it based on who plays the best at East Lake. I understand if you're going to get – you should have a reward for a great season. It's as simple as that.
Right, or else just make the PGA Tour Player of the Year award, make that the true season award, like winning that honor for being the best golfer of that said season. I know they have different awards in the NFL where you've got the AP Player of the Year, or in college football you've got All-American teams, you've got the Heisman Trophy, which of course is the one thing that you want to win. But yeah, it seems like Scotty though was all about it though. So if it's good enough for the world number one, I mean he's such a competitor. He's like start me right at the baseline, not ahead of anybody else.
He doesn't need.
I'll go out there and win it.
He'll be just fine.
I'll go out there and win it. All right, it's time to pick your parlay.
Common Man and Timmy present Pick Your Parlay.
All right, Teddy, we need some parlays to hit, don't we, man?
Yeah, we've been struggling. Hopefully King has a parlay winner for us.
We've been going big, though. Someone said, hey, what's going on? So I'm gonna go with a crap fest in Major League Baseball. The Orioles are gonna beat Mike's White Sox at home. So we're going to go, they got Eflin on the hill, and he hasn't been good, but that's their best guy on the mound, and it's the White Sox. So if the O's are not going to do it here, they should just fold up shop and go home. I'm going to go with an O's on the money line. Reds are, we can't bet on them because they're already, unless we're doing a live bet. What is the score?
I'll take the Reds right now.
Are they
6-0 in the eighth inning.
6-0?
That's a good money line. You'll get it for plus or minus 5,000.
I actually built them into an earlier parlay, Ted, but then as I was sitting there doing the prep, I'm like, well, that doesn't work because it's going to be, well into the game by the time we give that advice. So left the Reds out. Let's go the Guards win, Orioles, Guards, and Scotty Scheffler. I know he's not leading the tournament right now, but he is in a prime position. He's right where you'd want Scotty to be.
He's 4 under, 3 back.
I mean, that's just, it's so simple, right? And I'm looking at about a plus 775. That may have moved since I put this in, but $20 to win you about 154. Let's go. Low risk, high reward. That's what I'm going for.
Okay, so one of my favorite bets to do, and I do it every week, I kind of sit down and look at all the different things when it comes to top 5 finishers in golf. I think that's really fun to root for guys. So if you look at top 5 right now, I like Akshay Bhatia. He's currently 2 back.
Okay.
He was one of my picks.
You just need a top 5.
Just top 5. He was one of my picks. So he's actually plus 115. He's in 3rd right now. I like running down the leaderboard. Patrick Cantlay plus 900 to get top 5. And then
What's he sitting at right now?
Right now, Patrick Cantlay is plus 1. So he's in 19th.
He's a champ.
He's in 19th place. And then I really, really like the idea of Xander Schauffele finding his way back up there.
So this should be a very high reward.
$10 pays $1,000.
Oh, my God.
There you go.
May as well do it.
Wow.
People will be doing that one. Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, that's why it's a problem.
It's just,
It's just $10.
Yeah.
All right, Teddy, what do you got?
Mine's a little simpler than that. I'm looking to just try to get back to even on the season. So I'm looking at a former Buckeye, Kelsey Mitchell, plays for the Indiana Fever. And, they have Caitlin Clark out, so Kelsey's getting a little bit more. They're depending on her a little bit more right now. I'm going to take over her points. She's at 19.5, so I think she'll get 20 or more points. I think she'll get at least 3 threes. And then I'm teasing the Fever money line down it's at 12.5. I'm going to take it down to 9.5, so they just have to win by 10 because they're taking on Connecticut, and Connecticut's terrible. They haven't won a game all season.
Okay,
and this is
it's rude to Connecticut.
The whole parlays with the one WNBA game right there.
That's right. It's all same game parlay, and the odds it's just plus 220. So so if I bet $5 on it, I'll win 11, and then I'll be plus $1 on the season. I'm just trying to get my baby steps here.
Man.
I want to try to get back to.
Seems pretty weak.
Teddy and I are on 2 different ends of the spectrum. I'm paying off your mortgage for the month. Teddy's buying you a Diet Pepsi.
That's the way that Adam's doing this. Yeah, let's have a little fun with the bets, with the parlays, please. All right, Teddy, good stuff. Thank you. Hey, there's a dilemma down in Cincinnati, and some people expect that it could go the drastic route. We'll talk about that next. Adam King is in. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a slowdown due to an accident on northbound 270 on the west outer belt after Cemetery Road. Traffic is moving slow from Roberts Road. And we've got an accident that's on the left shoulder of eastbound 33 after Post Road. That's causing some delay there. This report is sponsored by COSI, Unofficial Galaxies Star Wars exhibit, open through Labor Day. Unofficial Galaxies has arrived and is now open at COSI through Labor Day. An incredible collection of characters, stunning designs from one of the most beloved sci-fi franchises of all time. Unofficial Galaxies now open at COSI. Get your tickets now at cosi.org. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by RCD RV Supercenter in Heath, Delaware, and Pataskala, or at rcdrv.com.
At Meijer, we're working hard to make grocery shopping a good deal better by bringing you low prices on your family's summertime favorites. This week, certified Angus beef ground chuck family packs are just $4.99 per pound. Locally grown asparagus is $1.99 per pound. Select McCormick Grill Mate seasonings are 2 for $4. And assorted varieties of Coca-Cola or Pepsi products are buy 2 12-packs, get 1 free, plus deposit where applicable. Counting on great deals with every Meijer visit. That's the good life. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
Tired of being undervalued? Join 9 Trees and get what you deserve. At 9 Trees, we don't just hire hardscapers. We build a team of skilled pros who take pride in their craft and get rewarded for it. Top pay that beats what you're making now, we guarantee it. Performance bonuses, modern equipment and the tools you need, medical benefits, and retirement accounts. You've got the skills, we've got the respect, and the paycheck to match. Make the move. Apply today at 9treeslc.com or call 614-921-9595.
Huntington is banking that just clicks. Like early pay. Moving up payday so you could get your money faster. Up to 2 days faster. And there's no cost. It's your money, right? So stop playing the waiting game. It's just one more way we're looking out for people every day. Is your bank looking out for you? Maybe it's time to switch. Visit your neighborhood Huntington branch or make the switch at huntington.com/yourmoney. Direct deposit and eligibility requirements apply.
Feeling stressed or overwhelmed? Not sure how to get the mental health help you need? We've got your back. Call the Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office at 855-438-6442. We'll help you figure out what mental health benefits may be in your health plan. No more confusion, just the support you deserve. Call the Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office at 855-438-6442.
Road trip! This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings, because you're driving to Paris,
Texas,
then it's off to Rome,
Georgia,
and you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin,
Ohio.
Right now, save up to $514 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
Take action with Logan Services. Save up to $2,600 on a qualifying train system. Plus, pick one indoor air quality product free when you schedule your installation now. Making home comfort easy, Logan Services.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Spring into savings at Ohio Mulch. Get your mulch as easy as ever. Save $50 on home delivery now through Sunday. All you got to do is visit ohiomulch.com today.
Ohio Mulch, landscape supply.
Hi, here are some ways to listen to The Fan. You can download the Fan app, or listen at home on your smart speaker, or open up the iHeartRadio app, or hold your head out the window and hear Common Man scream. Happy listening from the Dopes at The Fan.
2 guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same 2 guys drove home. One guy wore a seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Proper tree care is an investment that can lead to substantial returns and increased personal enjoyment. Hiring a certified arborist can help care for your trees and add considerable value to your property. Inspections by Ohio ISA certified arborists can often find and mitigate tree defects before they fail. Only professionals with specialized knowledge and training are properly equipped to provide appropriate care. To find an arborist, visit trees4ohio.org. That's trees4ohio.org. From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools that help you save costs and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your visions to life at amazonbusiness.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Hey there, Central Ohio. I'm 10 Weather Impact meteorologist Michael Behrens of your latest forecast. We're looking at showers that start to taper off as we head into this evening, though a few scattered showers or rumbles of thunder could still be possible into tonight. Temperatures out there will stay in the 50s as we head through the overnight. High near 70 of sunshine tomorrow, sunshine and low 70s by Sunday. That's your latest 10 Weather Impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens on 97.1 The Fan.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
Oh, look. It's Jen Winters falling down a sinkhole. It must be Memorial time. You're listening to a special edition of Common Man and Timmy, live from the Memorial Tournament.
Presented by The Waterworks and Header Plumbing, Drain, Heating, and Cooling. And sponsored by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Visit pausebeforeyouplay.org.
Timmy Hall and Adam King from 10 TV hanging out here with you guys at the Memorial. It is Common Man and Timmy. The man will be back on Monday, so we look forward to that. You got a few segments left with us, and then a little switcheroo. Your TV partner, Nicole Shearin, is going to join us for the 5 o'clock hour here. We have a little video that just went up on our Twitter account, at 971TheFan, and you can watch that at your leisure. It's basically me kind of taking you around the pro shop and looking at some of the items and playing.
Did you get
guess that
$300?
price? No, I got none.
Oh.
And what I found out about myself too is we were kind of moseying around in there. I get a little shy shopping around people.
You get
shy? Is that weird?
Yes.
I felt.
Yes, that's a weird thing to have happen.
I felt weird in a place that was so smashed with people trying to make choices, trying to make decisions on what to buy. It felt
okay.
You know what I'm talking about. When you are at an event,
yes,
there's this rush to buy.
Yes,
there's a hot item, right? Yeah. I heard about these hats that said Jack's Place on it, and when I heard about that, I thought that's a great idea. And I don't know if there's multiple hats out there, but the one that I saw, I thought could have been a little bit better as far as the printing, like the lettering,
Looked a
the
little
font.
cheap. Looked
I
a
just
little
wanted
cheap.
a better font or
I
a
got you.
bolder. Like that's a great idea. I think they should go heavy on that.
Yeah.
Shirts that say Jack's Place, hats that say Jack's Place. But I just meant from a standpoint of there's hardly any room to walk, and I'm trying to, do I want this T-shirt? Okay, let me take it up to the register and buy it.
What you're describing is an outlet mall on the weekend. You walk around.
Absolutely.
And there's a moment when you get to the outlet mall, and
fear
you're like,
purchasing.
yes, you're like, you know what, I'm
I
so
gotta
excited.
spend $1,000 today. Yeah.
You're so excited to just go shopping, and then halfway through, you're like, oh, my goodness, I don't need these shoes that bad. Get me out
How
of
can
here.
you not take this deal?
Yeah,
That's the thing with the outlet mall is the deals seem to be too good, and you say to yourself, like, how can I not buy 6 pairs of Chuck Taylors? They're only $40. They're $70 online.
I like the
I gotta get 'em.
hats out here. They have the 6, and then the little Muirfield logo's the 1, and then it's the 4. Have you seen that?
The 614 is nice.
If
I
I'm
like
going to
that.
leave with
I
a
like
hat,
that.
it's going to be that one.
That's the area code, Adam.
That is the area code for Columbus, Ohio, on the banks of the Olentangy.
Oh, my God. So, you've heard about the Trey Hendrickson saga, as everyone has, defensive end for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Doesn't like
And
playing football.
He loves to play football.
Oh, sorry.
He wants to get paid a lot more money to play the football. But, you know, there's a number of different ways that this can bend, and we heard his comments here about a week ago. And he also, in addition to being put off by not getting a deal from management and that talks have stalled, he didn't appreciate being texted by head coach Zach Taylor about when mandatory OTAs start up. Hey, just so you know, you will be fined every day that you miss. But reading that Jeremy Fowler report, he's got sources that are really close to Trey Hendrickson that do believe it's not like we haven't heard this before, right? So I want to start there because you can understand that Trey Hendrickson is really upset because he's been an elite player for 2 seasons and he's unfortunately not been able to get the elite money that matches those 2 seasons of play. But the problem in his case is those seasons are behind him now. So it's a stretch to get an organization to pay you for work that was done versus work that we believe you're going to do. But Fowler sources say that people familiar with Hendrickson's thinking believe there's a chance he could follow through on skipping regular season games and even the entire year. One source described him as extremely dug in. If I were advising Trey, I would say not to go that route because at your age, you skip an entire year of football.
You can't do that.
What is that going to do for your potential to earn once that season is done? I would try to get talks going again, understand that you're not going to get anything close to Myles Garrett money, but you can get some really good money. And try to strike here while you're 30 years old and are coming off of 2 great seasons.
That's a good way to put it. And I just think that there is so much more detrimental to just sitting out an entire year. It's a win for nobody, really, at the end of the day. Because then you've got to convince the next team, hey, you know what? I'm still good. I just sat out because of contracts. I'm healthy. I'm ready. Let's do this. And it's just too much. It's too much chaos. Find a deal. It may not be exactly what you want. I was surprised to hear Joe Burrow say pay the man what he wants.
And that's what Joe's been doing.
And
right?
he has.
And to an extent, that can work, but it can't work all the time.
When you run out of money.
Aren't you pleasantly surprised knowing how, or just having that idea of what the Cincinnati Bengals were pre-Joe Burrow when you had T. Higgins up? I thought T. Higgins was as good as gone. I thought he was gone. And then to find out that they were able to get Jamar Chase and T. Higgins done, so you get your 2 stud wide receivers. I know the defense matters too, and the defensive side of the ball is where they've really been struggling, but I was honestly pretty surprised that they got 2 of those 3 guys done already. And even if there's a chance that they could get Trey Hendrickson done, knowing that he's not going to get anything close to the number that he wants, but he could still make a lot of money. I mean, he's on a, 1-year, $21 million deal?
I mean, that's a lot of money. And then come next year, then you don't have to sit out a year. Then you can figure it out or go elsewhere. I do. It's interesting to see all these conversations happening a year in advance, which is what a lot of these guys do, because then you lose a little bit of leverage. But for Hendrickson, I think you just got to go play football. You can find a deal. He is worth the money, and I really appreciate Joe Burrow sticking up for him and all the people.
What if he would give up a little bit of that salary?
Well,
Joe.
Tom Brady did it.
Not too much, right?
Tom Brady did it.
That was the way that Tom
Brady
did it.
wanted to win. He had to give up a little bit of money. I respected it. I think Burrow throughout his career probably will at some point. I was very impressed. I'm with you that this is the Bengals that we've seen now ready to go pay the people what they're deserved, as opposed to saying, let's let them walk.
And look, I feel for Trey because, yes, does he deserve that kind of money?
Yeah.
Yes. In a perfect world, in a fair world, he does deserve to get that. But the way the business works and where the salary cap is, it's not about where the salary cap might go years in the future. It's where we are right now. And as unfortunate as that is, I kind of understand. I'm never like siding with the organization and the man with all the money. I want Trey Hendrickson to get paid. I'm hoping he might be able to change his mind because it's a good spot to be in. Where are you? Who is going to have that kind of cap space to pay you what you want? And are you going to find yourself in a situation with one of the star quarterbacks?
You're exactly
I know it's
right.
not on the same side of the ball.
You're right.
But this is an organization that has a gunslinger that can win a Super Bowl, that's been in a Super Bowl already, and a play or two away from winning one, and they're banking on him getting back and winning one.
You're exactly right. And when you think about it that way, you have to wonder what's more important. Do you want to win, or do you want another $2 million? I always think about one of my favorite quotes from Despicable Me, Timmy. It's
a solid animated film.
In terms of money,
I seen it.
We have no money. Okay, that's the Bengals right now.
Is that your Gru?
That's my Gru.
That's your Gru.
In terms of money, we have no money. The Bengals have no money. So
money.
They have, but they have one guy on defense that can play defense. One, and he wants a little more money.
Right.
I think at this point, either you win every game 100-99, or you pay Trey Hendrickson. There's no in between.
Where are you with switching gears? The NFL players getting to be involved with the flag football and the Olympics.
Electric.
That does something for you?
Oh yeah, that gets me going.
That makes it move.
I feel the blood. Are you kidding me?
Tri-State ace shot? Really?
Tri-State
flag football?
It's not.
I got to tell you, it does nothing for me.
Timmy, you're going to tell me right now that you are not excited to see Tyreek Hill running out there.
No.
I can't imagine a more David and Goliath scenario than whoever is playing the United States flag football team.
I'm not even excited to watch Tyreek Hill play in the NFL. If he's not on my team, he's not one of the.
Timmy,
he's a fast player.
If you're not excited, can we interest you in a low tee shot?
It's not going to do anything for me. Here's what Jason Kelsey suggested, though. He said with all this talk going on between NFL players moving in on the actual flag football players that do this for a profession, they're not NFL guys.
I didn't realize that it was a profession.
It is, apparently. Again, I've never watched any flag football on TV or YouTube. I've only watched my son play it with my own two eyes. That's the extent of it. But Travis Kelce offered up the opinion on their podcast, say, hey, I think a coach that's familiar with flag football should select an NFL-represented team, and that team should just play this flag football team that's been playing for a long time and feels like they're the best at it and don't need other guys. And then the winning team, that's the Olympic team.
I'd watch.
Wouldn't
you watch?
Are
you telling Timmy? Put aside your
little Super Bowl to go to the Olympics.
Sometimes your inner Scrooge comes out with things where you don't want to be excited about things that are actually exciting. If you think about this, actually think about watching this on television, wouldn't you kick your feet up and be excited to see that? You see a tweet, hey, 2 o'clock today, the United States flag football team.
Flag football in the Olympics.
Timmy, you're just...
Wow, how about the way he just ripped that flag?
You're just the worst.
It just popped. It made that sound when he tackled that guy. All right, people's eyes, speaking about popping out, not the flag, but they're popping out at an NIL figure today, and they should be. Give you that in 3 minutes. We got a Memorial Leaderboard update as well. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You should watch for a crash that's blocking the left lane on southbound 71 on the north side at Spring Street. And we've got stop-and-go traffic that's causing a 5-minute delay on southbound 315 between Kinnear Road and West Broad Street. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell and Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell and Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by RCD RV Supercenter in Heath, Delaware, and Pataskala, or at rcdrv.com.
Looking to sell your home? Don't pay 6% commission. Call my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They're full service, not a do-it-yourself kind of thing. On average, customers save over $10,000. Give them a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
Everyone has a fave Wendy's Frosty flavor. And when you're choosing from chocolate or vanilla, it's not that hard. But now, there's all new Frosty Swirls and Frosty Fusions. So try picking your fave from Oreo Brownie Fusion, Pop-Tarts Strawberry Fusion, Strawberry Swirl, Brownie Batter Swirl, Caramel Swirl, and Caramel Crunch Fusion. Not so easy now, huh? For a fresh way to Frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
Participating U.S. Wendy's. Hours may vary by location. Oreo is a trademark of Mondelez International Group. Pop-Tarts is a trademark of Kellogg North America Co., LLC. Used with permission.
Don't settle for ordinary this summer when adventure awaits. Make memories that will last forever only at your Columbus Zoo and Aquarium, Central Ohio's family destination for fun. Plan your perfect summer trip at columbuszoo.org.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
97.1 The Fan Memorial Leaderboard Update.
And it's brought to you by BMI Federal Credit Union with rates as low as 5.54% and a $400 cash bonus when you refinance your auto loan with BMI Federal Credit Union. Round 2 at the Memorial, Ben Griffin and Nick Taylor sitting on top of the leaderboard at 7 under par. Taylor is 68 Friday that he says he's really happy with.
Yeah, it was a great round. It was the iron game was very, very sharp. Putting made a bunch of nice 5-6 footers on that backline for par. And for me at this place, I need to be in the fairway. That's everybody. But if I'm in the rough, it's pretty much a chop out and try to get up and down with a wedge or something. So keeping the fairway is the key.
Akshay Bhatia and Colin Morikawa are 2 back at -5. Scotty Scheffler at -4. Only 9 players are under par, all chasing Ben Griffin and Nick Taylor at -7. We'll have another report for you next hour. Live outside of Muirfield, Skip Mossick on The Fan.
And Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy, live from the Memorial.
Presented by The Waterworks and Header Plumbing, Drain, Heating, and Cooling. And sponsored by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Visit pausebeforeyouplay.org.
Timmy Hall and Adam King out here at the Memorial Tournament. Mike is going to be back from vacation on Monday. If you guys want to reach us, at Man and Timmy 971 on Twitter next.
That's not your number. You want me to give him your real number?
No. I left the burner phone back at the office, so I'm not even going to give you the number today. No, I'll give it to you anyway. You can text it, 614-787-3093. We'll see those comments. We'll see those comments next week because, again, left that on the desk.
You know, the chat seems to be pretty happy with me, Timmy.
How's the chat today?
Do we need Common Man back? We could do Timmy and King.
I know that they were on you a lot in the first hour for screaming in every segment.
I like to
Is he
scream.
still screaming?
I like to scream, and the chat appreciates a good scream, you know? You got to let the viewers at home and listeners at home hear you. You know, some guy right now, he's driving on the highway. Maybe he's a little sleepy. Wake up! There you go. See, he's good.
See, and on YouTube right now, you can see Anthony Rothman. He's got his lovely Callaway jacket on.
What is happening? That was a guest appearance by Anthony Rothman. He's got to get his umbrella.
He's got to get the umbrella. We heard a little bit of the Harry Carey. I did have a...
Hey, that's a nice umbrella. How'd you get that?
He bought it.
And did you get in the pro shop with your $300?
No, he didn't buy it.
Oh. No, it's just a regular umbrella. What's not a funny
Every
umbrella?
Good golfer's got to have a
there he took the trophy.
Oh, my goodness.
He took the trophy.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, for folks that can watch on the tube, he's got an actual sterling silver cup here. That's the Paul Moose Spawn Trophy goes to the individual low gross of the Memorial Tournament Media Day outing. Oh, my goodness.
So you get to keep that for 2 years because we didn't play this year. If it never stops raining, Rothman will never have to give that back.
Yeah. It just keeps raining. They keep getting washed away, so Anthony retains that cup.
I don't talk enough. Rothman says I don't talk enough. He's exactly right. I'm a very quiet-spoken guy.
I did get here at the right time today because he's such a famous guy around these grounds. I mean, Rothman is golf royalty in Central Ohio. The folks at Dirty Frank's, they will bring him a half a dozen of what they call the Roth dogs. It's like their version. It's probably the straight-up Chicago dog, and then you give it a cool name there, and Anthony gave one of them to me, and it was delicious.
You had
Very
a Roth
delicious.
dog.
Oh, yeah, where you got the sliced tomato on the side, the poppy seed bun. Fantastic.
How was Anthony's dog?
What are you getting at?
I was just asking. How was it?
I just said it was good.
But, do you think you would have it again?
Well, yeah, I would.
All right.
Yeah. What about you?
I was going to make a comment, but then I checked myself because I remembered this is not my radio show, and I did not want to lose my job.
I thought you were be safe, TV Adam.
Yeah, well, that one got a little edgy there.
Sucking back on dog references my way.
There we go.
Yeah,
I had
know
to
it.
Put it in reverse.
You know it. Hey, people's eyes are popping out at this NIL figure for Cooper Flagg. Did you see this? The NIL figure for Cooper Flagg, a whopping $28 million. Can you believe that? Now, some people are pointing out that might not be just a yearly figure because honestly, to me, that's true NIL.
Mm-hmm.
That's his marketability for being a superstar recruit as a basketball player and somebody that we could, I'm not going to put him in LeBron's level, but we knew before he even went to college he would be the number 1 overall pick in the draft. It would be a big surprise if he did something that wouldn't allow him to be the top pick in the draft. And so that's $13 million from New Balance and $15 million from Fanatics.
That's not too shabby.
Those are two deals. Those are two actual marketing deals. That's not really the pay to play that a lot of people seem to talk about when they're talking about, oh, what's this guy's NIL figure? This might carry him through the first few years of his NBA contract.
Yeah.
Because that's major money for somebody. But Cooper Flagg getting $28 million at that time, it's a surprising thing to actually see it on paper, but to know who he is, what he is, just imagining what LeBron would have had if we had public numbers on what he was going to get when he could. I mean, there are stories about, cars and things like that, right, with a mom.
Yeah.
But, I mean, come on. It would have been out of this world, and that's even, 20 years ago.
Can I give you a hot take?
Please. But, if you're going to talk about dogs and mouths.
Well, I'm not going to talk about dogs and mouths. I'm going to talk about how Cooper Flagg might end up being a bit of a bust in the NBA.
A bust for Cooper? Really?
And it's everything in the NBA and everything with the term bust is relative to what your expectations are. The expectations for him have gotten so high. It's just a little bit silly. I mean, I don't think that Cooper Flagg is a generational player, and that's what the level that we've gotten to with him. I think he's a very good player. I think he'll have a long NBA career, but I don't think that we're going to be talking about Cooper.
Well, is that a bust then? If he's a very good player and have a long NBA career.
Right now, he's being sold.
You're making him out to be Michael Olowokandi or something.
Listen, right now he's being sold as a guy that is going to be, sought after, max contract the second his rookie career's up. I don't think that's accurate.
Second his rookie contract up?
Yes. And so
I think he's going to be pretty much on that line.
I do. I think you're going to be maybe unpleasantly surprised when it comes to what Cooper Flagg does in the NBA. And maybe I'm wrong.
I think you are wrong on this one. Just from watching him and studying him, there just doesn't seem to be any hole in his game that's going to affect his transition to the NBA style. I mean, the way that he can stretch the floor, the way that he can shoot it, the way that he can put it on the deck, the way that he can get above the rim, the way that he can block shots, the way he can recover defensively, I think he's I'll just say I think he's pretty much a bulletproof player.
All right.
And I don't know if he's
that expectation.
I don't know if he's going to be a
to say.
13-time, 15-time All-Star, but I feel like this guy is going to get to the point where he's a perennial all-star.
That's a crazy thing to say.
No, I don't think so. I think you're nuts. Have you been watching the NBA playoffs much?
I have.
You have?
I enjoyed.
Did you catch some of the Pacers?
Well, I will say the thing that has been tough this week is being out here. You're working so much, but leading up to being out here, I watched every game.
I had Teddy pull a clip from the guys' show. When I say the guys, I just mean inside the NBA, because that's one of the best shows of all time. Yeah, one of the best sports television shows that there has ever been.
Masterclass. And
doesn't Spike Lee do the commercials?
Ace Wheeler says I don't know ball, by the way.
He says no ball for Adam. Well, you did just say that Cooper Flagg.
I stand by it. I'm allowed to make outrageous things. That's my outrageous. It's a bold prediction.
Right? I remember though when Anthony Davis was coming into the league, I wasn't quite sure about him, and that was ridiculous.
Well, you were wrong
because he's hurt all the time. Right now.
Yeah,
there is that.
He's pretty good.
But the longevity thing. So anyway, I was saying Spike Lee. Didn't he do the commercials during March Madness? Isn't him?
Yes, it was
Samuel
him
and Charles Barkley.
Chuck. Yeah.
So they've definitely got the relationship here, and that's what bleeds out. But Spike Lee was on with them after the game, and I'll let Ernie Johnson take it from here because he's the first voice that you hear in the little clip.
What does it mean to you to see them in the conference finals at this point? And is that, if this is as far as it goes, Spike, do you walk away feeling good about your team?
Answer.
Yeah.
I will give up Academy Award, Oscar, for the Knicks to win a championship. I got 2 already, but I will give up.
You're going to keep them. I'm sorry. I didn't mean. I was thinking that.
Yeah. I should have used my. You don't have to say anything.
Use your internal voice. Inner voice. There's no filter on this guy. You've known him long enough. If he thinks it, it's coming out his mouth.
Oh,
that is gold.
Too good.
Amazing.
Oh, well, you're going to keep him.
They nailed what makes that show so funny, though. It's the inner voice they say out loud. Now, ironically, in my life, when I say the inner voice out loud, I get in trouble. But in there, they make a lot of money.
Not when you're talking about hot dogs, though.
Well, I was one time because,
put that dog in your mouth, aren't you, Timmy?
I was going to ask you about Rothman.
How was that dog?
Yeah, exactly.
It was a good dog,
It was a good dog. Well, there's a different word I wanted to use.
Shut up about the dog.
There's a different word I wanted to use.
The wiener.
Hey, that's the word!
In the mouth.
Hey-oh!
Oh, boy. All right, Kings. Nope, we're not going to do that because we didn't have it.
Oofta.
Pivot tease here.
Pivot tease.
Well, because King on Friday,
we do a segment, yeah.
He does the little Who Said It, guys from around the station, and we played that game.
We'll get back to it
weeks.
next week,
but didn't have anything
being out
for us
here
this week. I want to honor who I think is one of the most entertaining college football coaches that we've ever had. Something came up in the news, got me thinking about him again.
I know what you're talking about.
That
I like
is
it.
Coming up. Adam King is in. It is Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a 10-minute delay due to a disabled vehicle that's on westbound 70's off-ramp to Hilliard Rome Road, and that's on the west side. It will be stop and go from 670. And watch out for an accident that's on northbound 270 after Cemetery Road on the west outer belt. This report is sponsored by NJM Insurance. While some insurance companies use gimmicks to get your attention, NJM would rather focus on putting their policyholders first. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. Visit NJM.com to learn more. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Guys, listen up. How many of you out there have been diagnosed with sleep apnea? Maybe your partner can't tolerate your snoring every night. You can't stand your CPAP machine. I totally get it. But the good news is there are alternatives to the CPAP machine. And Dr. Mark Levy is here to change your sleep and your life. Trust me, your spouse will thank you later. Dr. Mark Levy can customize an oral appliance that opens your airways, helps you breathe better, and, of course, stops your snoring. That's the main point. It's quick and comfortable and an alternative to those bulky, loud CPAP machines you always hear about. For over 15 years, Dr. Mark Levy has led the way when it comes to treating snoring and sleep apnea, and now he's expanding his practice to better serve his patients with a brand new location in Marysville. I love Marysville. If you're snoring and not sleeping, you need to call Dr. Mark Levy's office today. Do not delay. Schedule your appointment today with Dr. Mark Levy at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. That's 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. You can also visit him online at sleepbettercolumbus.com. And now, sleepbettermarysville.com too.
This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, where our erectile dysfunction treatments are shown to be effective in nearly 90% of cases. Listen to what Alex has to say about our ED treatments.
I have been experiencing problems with ED, but that's all changed. My name's Alex, and I've been a patient for Tri-State Men's Health for under a year. I highly recommend this. Every day I wake up feeling good compared to I was back in the old days. It changed. It's more exciting. You know, I don't have a problem with ED anymore. I'm having a lot more fun. I was very comfortable. I was always comfortable in any conversation I had with Tri-State Men's Health. Yeah, I just want to let gentlemen out there know that you do not have to live with ED, that it is not just an aging process. It is also hormonal and balance and everything in your system. And once you get that under control and everything, you do go back to your youth a lot in how you feel.
Thanks, Alex. It's true. If you're like most men, we'll help you get your sex life back. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Spring is here, and it's time to refresh your yard with Ohio Mulch. With 15 convenient locations in Central Ohio, it's easier than ever to get your mulch ready for the season. Need it delivered? No problem. Save $50 on home delivery when you order online. Whether it's mulch, soil, or even stone, we've got your yard covered. Visit OhioMulch.com today and spruce up your garden with the best.
Ohio Mulch, landscape supply, cleaner, greener, better.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. A lot of dealerships not stocking much inventory right now because of reasons. But at Jermaine Lexus, they have new inventory arriving every day. Get what you want when you want it. Lease the all-new NX350 for as low as $389 per month. How about rates as low as 3.99% up to 48 months and 4.49% up to 60 months on their most popular models. Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton. Check them out online, JermaineLexus.com.
Join our resident gambling degenerates Dave Biddle and Scotty Vegas for On the Money Sunday morning at 9.
Presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
All the action, none of the responsibility. The Fan.
We could tell you what makes Giant Eagle special, but we think our customers say it best.
I love the fresh produce. I love the fresh meat.
I'm pretty sure the fish guy knows me by now. We're buds.
I love to grill. That alone keeps me coming back.
The people that work here are so nice and so helpful.
Everybody loves the cakes from Giant Eagle.
On every shelf, in every department, we're always going for better because being your Giant Eagle matters.
This is my Giant Eagle.
This is my Giant Eagle.
This is my Giant Eagle.
Many drugs, like cocaine, methamphetamine, and non-prescription pills, are often cut with dangerous opioids like fentanyl. As a result, nearly 14 Ohioans die daily from unintentional overdoses. That's why it's important to carry naloxone, such as Narcan, a life-saving medication that blocks the effects of fentanyl and other opioids. Over the last 5 years, naloxone has saved over 83,000 lives. Help save lives and visit naloxone.ohio.gov to learn more and find free naloxone. Remember, if you see an overdose occurring, always call 911.
The Fan Poll is brought to you by Caster Connection. Visit CasterConnection.com to shop online or to work with our Caster Solution specialists.
Timmy is aroused. Uncomfortably aroused. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy live from the Memorial.
Presented by The Waterworks and Header Plumbing, Drain, Heating, and Cooling. And sponsored by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Visit pausebeforeyouplay.org.
Adam King from 10 TV is filling in with us. Wow, for people that didn't see that,
on the screen,
how good was that catch?
That was impressive.
Adam, you can't set the makeup that close to the edge of the table.
This is what I'm talking about. I didn't intend to sit it there,
Come
okay?
on.
You don't have to yell at me. All right, it was an accident.
You gotta, close your sodas, okay?
This is
make
my
sure
problem.
that you're not shaking it up and then opening it and spraying it everywhere. Keep your makeup in a safe place so it doesn't fall.
When
right?
I go home and my parents say, "Why are you so stressed all the time?" It's because Timmy acts like I intentionally do these things. It was an accident, Timmy. His poor son, Jack, I imagine anytime he drops anything, he's just, "Jack, why in the world would you break the glass pitcher? Come on, Jack, what are you doing?"
I'm teaching, okay?
You're teaching?
I'm teaching because I care. When you go out in the world, I want you to be okay.
Timmy, I'm already out in the world.
I want to make sure that you're safe, all right?
All right.
Jen, watch the back of the stage, okay? Don't get too close to the back of the stage.
Jen falls
I don't
down.
want you to roll off. I want you to be careful.
There is a big guardrail. You just can't see it.
We put in a guardrail for you?
We put in a guardrail.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you guys put in a guardrail.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir. They put in a guardrail. They also extended this stage.
Yes.
In between the 23rd, 2023 and 2024. So I didn't fall off the back last year.
Oh, that's wonderful. Safeguards are in place.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can we get back to Adam King's Get Ready With Me to do the 5 o'clock news?
Jen Winters, everybody.
I am currently putting on my makeup if you're on the stream, and I'll tell you what, I did a good job.
You look beautiful.
I think I look much prettier than I did 5 minutes ago, considering I don't have a mirror. I was strictly using the reflection in Timmy Hall's glasses. I think I look pretty good. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you're as good. It's as good as it's going to get.
Well, the problem is you can't fix ugly, Timmy.
Yeah.
And you've known that your whole life, and you've just kind of accepted it, and I respect
Your
that.
face just looks plastic to me now.
But
it's good enough. Good enough.
My buddy says, "Boy, you just look like you just walked into a cake of makeup. Just put your face in and call it a day."
All right, Adam, I want to get to this. This will be fun because a little story came out, says that the NFF has just adjusted the College Hall of Fame coaching eligibility criteria. And a lot of people in the game think that they know exactly what the reason for this was, because we found out when the great Mike Leach passed away that the threshold to be up for consideration for the College Football Hall of Fame is that coaches had to hit a benchmark of winning 60% of their games. Now, there may have been a point in time where you said 60%, well, if you can't win 60% of your games, you shouldn't be a Hall of Famer. But Mike Leach, for all that he is and everything that he has done, and certainly for the guy's personality, I do think it plays a part and goes a long way, should matter for something. He had a win percentage of .596, so the new rule sets eligibility at .595.
I love it.
It's not just Leach, someone like Les Miles, crazy as he is, but won a national championship, won a lot of games. He's eligible, and some others are as well. So forget about all that. I just like to listen to some clips of Mike Leach, some of my absolute favorites from all of his wacky press conferences and the tangents he's gone off on. This was after a game. This was on the field where Mike Leach went on and on about his favorite candies and how he hated candy corn.
Yes.
We talked about on the broadcast how you hate candy corn. What's your favorite Halloween
candy
candy?
corn? I mean, I completely hate candy corn. When I was a kid, well, gummy bears, let's see. Gummy bears for sure.
Sour or regular?
Because it's when they used to have the sprees in a box. Outstanding. You have to go to the dollar store to find it, but I do. And then the latest, you know, there's still candy innovation, although a while back I found that Europe had better candy than we did overall because they have gummy everything. And then, you know, they have those Nerds clusters, which is new.
The gummy.
Yeah, which is good. The Nerds clusters is good. And then if you go chocolate, probably Almond Joy.
Love it. Hopefully you'll get some of that next week.
Yeah, we'll see.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.
I love he was checking a lot of boxes until the Almond Joy line came out. But he's right. I mean, we had Nerds gummy clusters in the media room there, here at the Memorial. I took about 10 bags of those things. Are you on right now?
My mic. Did you have enough of me? Oh, I think Timmy had enough of me. Cut my mic.
I think Adam's mic is off right now.
All right. Hey, there we are.
Hey, there he is. You know, I was going to say
he's had enough.
We may as well be
Cut the
done.
mic. Cut the mic. I wasn't surprised. I 6 minutes early, you were done. I like that he said the candy innovation thing. I like that there's still good candy innovation, but I don't actually think there's been any new candies that have been good probably in the past 10 years. I mean, you might have nailed the only one with the Nerd Gummy clusters.
I know, and that was him. That was Mike bringing that up. Mike Leach also once famously went on and on about zombies. Take a listen.
Yeah. I honestly think, I don't think I'd have to store that much. I'd try to store all my favorite things and, you know, have a nice, locked in space. Zombies seem to be able to climb, so I don't think height is a big a deal. And obviously I'd want to blast a couple just to see how that comes together. But I actually think a zombie apocalypse, I would die of boredom before anything else.
Yeah, so that was Mike Leach on how he'd fare in that zombie
He's just
apocalypse.
a legend.
It would be fun to just see what would happen to their bodies, though, if you had a nice big, 12-gauge shotgun, just to see what that would do.
That's what video games are for, Timmy. Did you not do that as a kid?
I mean, a real life.
You'd like the real life. What is that called? What's the show on HBO? Last of Us.
Last of Us.
Yeah.
I'm thinking more of The Walking Dead, the show that's probably still going on. Should have ended, 10 years ago. It's like, let's have this villain. Let's have the governor. Then let's have Jeffrey Dean Morgan and his baseball bat. It's just never going to end, and it'll go on and on and on. That show was exhausting. Leach also talked about what monsters he might prefer to zombies.
No, I think I'd die of boredom. I really do. I've been kind of waiting for the zombie thing to run its course, go back to vampires or something that's far more captivating, or something that's not quite a science fiction, even like an old Frankenstein or something. Or ghosts, the poltergeist thing. And ghosts are kind of fashionable now, and hopefully they'll overtake the zombies. But I'm ready for the zombie thing to be over. And I realize, talking to my kids and my son-in-law and all that, who they're zombie crazed, so they're obviously part of the problem.
He's right about it. We deserve better monsters than just the run-of-the-mill 7 million zombies running around there, gang tackling you.
We haven't had a good new monster in a long time.
Got that Terrifier clown.
That's
sick.
a clown. But that's a clown.
Clowns are menacing.
I think of like Cloverfield as the last time somebody came up with like a new monster in a good way.
It's the realistic ones that are the scariest, like the strangers.
Yeah.
The real creepos
I
that
can't
hang
watch
out at your
those
place in the woods.
Yeah.
Hey, you can't
watch
them.
those.
It's too real.
I like
it's too
horror
creepy.
movies, but when it's something that can actually happen in the real world, I'm out.
That's the real suspenseful stuff. Adam King, 10 TV. Hey, thanks a lot for stopping by for a couple of hours. We appreciate it. Now get the hell out of here.
I said earlier that I would go home to my parents and say something, and people now believe I live with my parents.
They tried.
Hey,
all right? They tried.
They did their best.
Yeah.
Thank
Adam,
you all for having me. I apologize about the yelling. I apologize about the dip in listenership. I am so sorry.
There's a dip, right? Hey, have a good time here tonight, Adam. Appreciate it. Nicole Shearin of 10 TV. She's going to be with us the rest of the way. We'll get you guys caught up with the Pulse. It's Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got some stop-and-go traffic that's causing a couple-minute delay on northbound 71 on the south side between Frank Road and 315. And there's a 5-minute delay on eastbound 270 on the north outer belt between Sawmill Road and 71. This report is sponsored by Morpsey and the GoHio Commute Program. Already biking, carpooling, or riding public transit to work? Log trips 5 days this month with GoHio Commute and unlock hundreds of local discounts and a shot at gift card giveaways. Learn how at gohiocommute.com/morpc. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Summer is officially here, and that means rising temperatures. You're going to be thinking about how you can keep cool all summer long. What's the best plan here? Well, one of the ways you can beat the heat and keep the air conditioning you're paying for in your home is to get Window Nation's energy-efficient vinyl windows. And now's a great time to do it. They've got a semi-annual sale where you buy 4 windows, you get 4 windows for free. Plus a free entry door when you purchase a whole house full of windows. No money down, no interest, no monthly payments until 2027. It's a deal that can't be beat. You're getting a great deal from Window Nation because they are high-efficiency windows that are also very affordable. They do that by working directly with the top window manufacturers in the country, which means all their windows are assembled right here in the USA. But don't wait on that semi-annual sale. You buy 4 windows, you get 4 windows free. Free entry door when you purchase a house full of windows, plus pay nothing until 2027. You've got to schedule your estimate today. Call 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com. Once again, that number, 866-90-NATION or windownation.com.
We've discovered the perfect morning ritual, the 2 for $6 breakfast sandwich deal at Tim Hortons. Every sandwich is made to order with a freshly cracked egg and melty cheese, just the way breakfast should be. Choose between savory sausage or hickory smoked bacon, served on a toasted English muffin or flaky biscuit. There's no wrong way to mix and match this tasty deal. 2 breakfast sandwiches, just $6. Perfect. Only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, single item at regular menu price. Modifications and tax extra. Exclusions and additional terms apply.
There's a huge focus in America today about your health, and you're determined to look beyond the pills. You don't want to have surgery, because I know I didn't. So you want to talk to the person that's in pain right now? Well, that was me Maybe it's you, maybe it's someone you love, and maybe you've done everything you can. Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter for my friends at QC Kinetics. They're different. They're not about those quick fixes. This isn't going to be some shot that's going to make you feel better. It's not a surgery that's going to put you on the shelf. They're about long-term relief. This is regenerative medicine we're talking about right here. Your own body's healing properties to heal the damaged tissue at the cellular level. QC Kinetics, they've helped tens of thousands of people, so many of them right here in the Columbus area and across the country. They'd be honored to help you just like they helped me with my knee, just like they helped my dad. Here's what they're going to do. They're not going to mask the pain. They're going to go to the source of it. So go check them out at qckinetics.com/Columbus to see if you're a good candidate, or give them a call at 380-28-4544. They've got offices in Dublin and in Gahanna and newly in Canal Winchester and Grove City.
Get Mega May discounts at Coghlan Kia. Lease a new Kia K4, only $89 a month for 24 months. Or get 1.9% financing for 48 months. Or $2,000 bonus cash on a new 25 Kia Sportage or Sorrento. Visit CoglanKia.com.
Coghlan has the car for you.
$49.99 due at signing. 10,000 miles per year. 20 cents per mile over. Tax, title, and license fees excluded. No security deposit. $400 disposition fee at lease end. 1.9 for 48 equals $21.65 for 1,005. With approved credit for KMF. Residency restrictions may apply. Offers cannot be combined. See dealer for details. N6225.
Hurry up, dude. The game's about to start.
Nothing beats spending the day watching the game with your buddies.
Dude, I'm literally right here. Let's do this.
Which is why a shelter insurance renter's policy is key to your winning game plan. It protects things your landlord's policy doesn't.
Dude, where's your TV?
What? No way, dude.
Like that flat screen TV that just got stolen. To draft an agent for your team, visit shelterinsurance.com. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, and it's no surprise. Same game parlay from Bet365 just keeps getting better.
Well, it's even easier to make a bet. Choose from the most popular markets like hits, run line, totals, and home runs. So many to choose from.
Download the app, start building your bet, and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply.
Common Man here. I've told you about my friends at Sell for 1% Realtors. I am back to remind you that if you're thinking about selling your home, it should not cost you 6% to do it. Their premise is almost too good to be true. They sell your home for 1% commission, not 6%. That's it. I had to check it out for myself, see if it was legit. I met with the family-run business here in Central Ohio. They will give you everything you expect from any realtor for a whole lot less. This is full service, not discount. They literally do everything that a realtor who charges you 6% is going to do, and probably more. They can do it because they use today's technology, which has made the realtor's job easier, taking photos, signing documents on your phone. And instead of keeping their prices the same like everybody else does, they pass the savings on to you because they know you're going to be happy with the service. Tell a friend, they get more business. Oh, what a novel concept. If I knew about these guys 10 years ago, I would have saved a boatload of money. On average, customers save about $10,000 in commissions. If you're selling, give my guys a call. 614-451-6616. Sellfor1%.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan.
Good afternoon. This is Paul Keels. Nick Taylor and Ben Griffin share the lead in the second round of the Memorial Tournament at Muirfield Village, both at 7 under par. 2 strokes better than Akshay Bhatia and Colin Morikawa. Lurking at 3 off the lead, Scotty Scheffler at -4. Baseball today, Andrew Abbott allowing just 1 hit and striking out 8 through 7 innings, pitching the Cincinnati Reds to a 6-2 win over the Cubs in Chicago. TJ Friedl, Jake Fraley, and Tyler Stevenson with homers for the Reds. Cleveland Guardians start a home series with the LA Angels tonight at Progressive Field. Jose Soriano pitching for the Angels. Luis Ortiz will take the hill for the Guardians. Columbus Clippers continue their series at Rochester. Former Blue Jackets general manager Jarmo Kekalainen has been hired by the Buffalo Sabres as a senior advisor. Kekalainen, the Jackets GM for 12 seasons. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Timmy is at the memorial. Common Man has been arrested for public urination.
Freeze, you little shock jocks.
You are listening to a special edition of Common Man and Timmy live at the Memorial Tournament.
Presented by the Waterworks and Header Plumbing, Drain, Heating, and Cooling. And sponsored by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Visit pausebeforeyouplay.org.
Oh, it has been a fun couple of days. One of my favorite weeks of the year. We are broadcasting live from Muirfield Village Golf Club, a.k.a. Jack's Place. There goes Tom Sprouse walking by, the tournament's media director. He's a great guy. Sure could use some of those milkshakes here, Tom. That wouldn't be a bad thing. He's out of an earshot right now. I saw Anthony and Tyler, our digital director, were able to get some milkshakes because they were just doing a little tour of the clubhouse, the members part of the clubhouse. You know, where they've got some parts where you're not supposed to be going. Nicole
Do you want to be
Shearin,
even more upset, though, Tim?
Hold on a second. Nicole Shearin of 10 TV. She's kind enough to be with us here for the whole 5 o'clock hour, so we do appreciate it.
Of course.
Now make me more upset.
Okay, so I did a little story today on the milkshake, so I also got a milkshake today.
Oh, my God. Just tell me you didn't put banana in it.
I didn't, but you know what I did? I did Buckeye Oreo. Boom.
That's fine.
It
That's
was
great.
delicious. I will say, though, the guys were saying that strawberry Oreo is the big flavor this year with the pros.
Strawberry Oreo?
Strawberry Oreo. No, I'm vibing.
I don't need that.
I think I'm vibing with that.
I don't need that.
You don't like bananas?
Oh, God, no.
What's wrong with
Terrible.
you? They're my favorite fruit.
Oh, why?
They're banana and peanut butter is. I should have gotten a Buckeye with banana.
You're sick.
That sounds delicious.
You're sick.
Okay.
Jail for you. Putting banana slices on a peanut butter sandwich. That's, you know what I call that? A way to ruin
the best
a great
thing you've
sandwich.
ever had.
Take out the bananas, add a little Nutella spread to the peanut butter.
And bananas.
Or a little marshmallow fluff with the peanut
bananas.
butter. No, disgusting. Why don't you
You're
throw pickles on it,
psychotic.
too?
That's disgusting.
Good. At least we can agree on one thing here. No, so this will be fun. We've done a lot so far these last 2 days. I'm trying to imagine how many hours you guys put in throughout this entire week, because you were here on Sunday, the day before things got rolling, between you, Adam King, and Dom Taberry. How's Dom doing?
He's thriving. He's in the bunker, right? We call it our bunker. It's our little, you saw it earlier, Tim.
You guys actually have a company nameplate, like a brass nameplate on the door. It's your dedicated
legit.
spot.
It's pretty legit. It's called our bunker. He's currently there editing his 6 o'clock sports. He's alive, thriving. The Dom Taberry we all know and love.
He's alive and well. We are going to get you guys caught up with everything we've been discussing so far with the Pulse.
What have these morons been talking about for the past 2 hours? It's time for the Pulse.
All right, now, Nicole, I know you have been seeing all of the yappers down south. I call them the SEC
yappers.
Coaches and athletic directors. It seems like every day there's a new idea about a college football playoff system, about what they would like the transfer portal to be about. And you know what? I say some of this in jest. You should be discussing these things. Yeah. That's why you actually have a spring meetings. It's to get everything out on the table. It's just, I find most SEC things incredibly annoying. I have for a long time.
So does that mean you find me annoying?
Only the Georgia part of you. I'll take California Nicole over Georgia Nicole any day of the week.
That is a hot take because I don't normally get that. So
what? That someone would take California over SEC?
People love a Southern gal.
Oh,
come on now.
Some do. My wife was born in Birmingham, but
so then you can't
I've tried to just squeeze the SEC out of her.
No, I love it. It just means more.
It just means more. It means more to be annoying, and that's what they have been. But the playoff system that's been getting the most chatter now here for when they go to 16 is that 5 plus 11. So leave off to the side the 4, and I don't know why that they would hate anything about that, having 4 automatic bids each for the Big Ten and the SEC, but they seem to want that idea of 11 at-large bids to just go and gobble up as many of those puppies as they can.
Yeah.
So you like that, having 5, 1 of each of the Power 4, and then the next best, like you had the Boise State type of team.
Right.
And then just 11 of the next best teams after that. Which do you think should be the way that they go?
I like the 4 automatic bids.
4 bids for the 2 power conferences?
I mean, that makes the most sense to me, right? I also think what makes the most sense is what they're doing this next year. I mean, it's what we all thought they needed to do last year.
Yes, it's just seed the
field. Thank goodness we're doing this.
Yeah, if you can give an automatic bid to Boise State or Arizona State because they did win a big conference. No.
That's
seed them
insane.
10, 11, or 12 where they should have been. Like Clemson wasn't even in the picture.
No.
I think they were ranked 16th.
No.
So they should be 12th.
Yes.
They should be. I think they actually were. In Clemson's case, I think they were.
So
but I'm talking about
Arizona State and Boise State had no business having the first round bye.
I think they were ranked 9th and maybe 11th or 12th. Yeah. So seed those guys where they are.
Good on them for changing that. I think that's something that needed to happen a long time ago. So great.
Another thing, Nicole, that we discussed in the first couple of hours, Trey Hendrickson's situation with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yep.
Do you think that there's any way that they're going to get a deal done? Because Jeremy Fowler's latest report, he's got sources pretty close to Trey that say if nothing happens, he is fully committed to skipping everything and even the entire season, which I think would actually be a big mistake for Trey at this point in his career. I get it for him. It's not fair because he deserves money for the player he's been. 17.5 sacks each of the last 2 years. It's not about fair or deserving, though, because this is the business part of it, and they just had to get T and Jamar Chase paid. Joe Burrow's been paid. I hope he can get more money. I hope they can come to some kind of agreement. I don't know what's going to happen,
That's the thing, though. Like, at the end of the day, Tim, especially in the league and, college is becoming more of that, it's all a money thing. Like, you could love the sport. You could love the guys you're playing with. You could love the team. But it's all a money thing at the end of the day. And he said it when he showed up to the facility and he talked to the media. He said if he doesn't get a deal, he's not taking the field.
Yeah.
And I think that's what he's going to stick to. And at this point...
But is that going to be the best thing for him financially even? Because he's got $16 million coming his way.
No, for sure.
And I would like to think that since he will make him more whole than that, if he's not going to be... I don't know what the report is on Trey and what he's seeking, but if he's seeking the Myles Garrett money, then that's just a dream. You got to come down from that. I want to see him get as much as he can and keep this thing going because it's a good team and otherwise a good situation where you've got a generational talented quarterback on the other side of the ball there.
Well, and like you said it, he's putting up the numbers. It's not like he's this, rando who, good luck, you're not going to get the deal you're probably looking for.
But if you wait a year and don't play and then you're already in your 30s.
It's not a smart
Are you going to get that deal that you're thinking of right now?
No. I think what he needs to do is he needs to just go back, put up more numbers, prove that he deserves that kind of deal, and then maybe it'll fall in his lap.
Last thing. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
No, that was all.
Yeah, and I hope he gets more money because he deserves it, but it's not always about what you deserve. And I'm glad that they got some of their guys paid down there. When at some points, I didn't think T. Higgins was going to remain. Yeah. Also, Buckeye basketball news today. This was kind of a big deal. Freshman guard Dorian Jones not going to be playing at Ohio State. I don't know if you saw this today while you're running around working.
I was running, around Muirfield.
So
but
he's one of the two. He's one of the two true freshman commits coming in with Bynum, and he wrote on social media, "As I reflect on my development, this year is an opportunity for me to grow more prior to college. I won't be enrolling at OSU this year, but I look forward to continuing our relationship." Steve Hellwagon also had a report about how this could be academically related. Usually you're looking for that prep year. It's not that he's looking to professionalize yet, but, this isn't a major hit for what this upcoming team can be. Certainly when you're looking for wing guys, I liked what Jones could possibly do, helping out the backcourt or that 3 spot, but I now wonder if we're ever going to see him at Ohio State.
Well, that's what I was about to say. I'm like, okay, he says that, but are we ever going to see him there at that point?
I think that becomes a coin flip now, which would be too bad because you like to see some Ohio talent get here and then flourish. Nicole Shearin of 10 TV is with us for the hour. Ryan Day's players really, really love him, and I'll explain that next. It's Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You should watch out for an accident that's blocking the right lane on southbound 71 on the north side after 670. Police are on scene adding to that delay. We also have an accident that's on westbound 161's off-ramp to 270 on the east outer belt that's causing holdup. This report is sponsored by Take 5 Oil Change. Get oil changes that are pit stop fast. Take 5 Oil Change gets you in and out in 10 minutes and is teaming up with the movie F1 starring Brad Pitt. Book ahead or drive in and catch all the speed in action only in theaters June 27th. This film is not yet rated. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Feeling stressed or overwhelmed? Not sure how to get the mental health help you need? We've got your back. Call the Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office at 855-438-6442. We'll help you figure out what mental health benefits may be in your health plan. No more confusion, just the support you deserve. Call the Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office at 855-438-6442.
Road trip! This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings, because you're driving to Paris,
Texas,
then it's off to Rome,
Georgia,
and you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin,
Ohio.
Right now, save up to $514 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
When was the last time you had your plumbing inspected? Small issues such as tiny leaks or old water heaters can quickly turn into big problems if they're not caught early. Take action with Logan Services and schedule a free plumbing safety inspection to help keep your home running smoothly. Schedule your free inspection now and experience the fast, friendly service you've come to expect from Logan Services.
Joining us on this episode are real Spectrum customers, Monique and Greg. We hear your family is a big fan of Spectrum.
Family of 4, we have about 18 devices last time I counted.
2 teams require a lot of speed. Everything they do is online.
There's gaming, there's streaming. Spectrum is perfect for us. I mean, it just seamlessly connects all our devices with lightning speed.
Sounds like Spectrum is really committed to keeping you connected.
It's amazing.
This summer, elevate your backyard barbecue game with Napoleon Grills from Billiards Plus in Dublin. Experience the power of Napoleon's infrared sizzle zone, reaching up to 1,800 degrees in just 30 seconds for that perfect steakhouse sear. Stay connected with the Napoleon Home app. Monitor up to 3 temperature probes, all from your smartphone. Built to last with premium steel, the grilling season never ends with Napoleon Grills from Billiards Plus. Visit Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin and transform your patio into a gourmet grilling paradise.
Introducing Ice Cream Quakes from UDF. Big chunks of your favorite candies and cookies blended with real hand-dipped UDF ice cream. We'll say that again. Real hand-dipped UDF ice cream. Pick your flavor, pick your mix-ins, or try one of our featured recipes. And get an ice cream quake made the way you want. Real creamy, real chunky, real. Ice Cream Quakes. New from United Dairy Farmers.
Most radio stations suck. Here's why. They don't invest in local programming. We are live and local 14 hours a day. You can rest assured that every stupid thing we say is 100% local. Homegrown dumb since day one. The Fan.
2 guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same 2 guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
And now, Public Education Matters with Ohio Education Association President Scott Damaro.
As this school year comes to a close, please join me in thanking the dedicated teachers and education support professionals who have poured their hearts into their students every day this year to give them what they need to succeed. We have to turn our appreciation into action. Contact your lawmakers today and tell them to support our public schools.
Public Education Matters, brought to you by the Ohio Education Association. Protect your liver and give it the support that it deserves with Active Liver from New Nordic. Find in stores at your local CVS, Meijer Grocery, Amazon, or newnordicusa.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Hey there, Central Ohio. Our rainy Friday will continue into the evening, but those showers will start to taper off, becoming scattered by this evening and into tonight. A rumble of thunder also possible. Temperatures out there will remain in the 50s as we head through tonight. We'll be back up in the low 70s on Saturday, mostly sunny, more sunny skies, and low 70s by Sunday. That's your latest 10 weather impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens on 97.1 The Fan.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
Good afternoon, friends. You're listening to a special edition of Common Man and Timmy live from Muirfield.
Presented by The Waterworks and Header Plumbing, Drain, Heating, and Cooling. And sponsored by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Visit pausebeforeyouplay.org.
Hey, if you've missed anything, any part of the show so far, you know what you can always do. You can subscribe, you can download the Common Man and Timmy podcast, and you can listen to that bad boy, or that too, whenever you get the opportunity at your own convenience. And it is brought to you by our good friends at Care Heating and Cooling. And the logo has been updated. It took a minute, but we got there. Nicole Shearin of 10 TV is here. I'm so glad you're here. Our listeners love you.
So glad I'm here.
It's great to have you. You've been doing good work out here. And what an honest upgrade from Adam King for the last 2 hours.
Thank you for saying that, Tim.
Yeah.
You know, I always thought that, but I'm glad you appreciate it, too.
You know, I'm a little disappointed today. You know, this is a fun couple of days to be out here. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I look forward to it every year. And I can be a bit of a stickler when it comes to the weather. You know, I ask a lot. I do. If it's 75 degrees, but the sun is out and it's too hot.
It's never right for you.
I'm a little sweaty and I'm a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
After sitting here in the booth for 3 hours, the sun was kind of in the direction where it was coming right into our booth, and we didn't have any tree coverage.
Right.
So I was hot when this thing was done. I went straight for the showers when I got home. Today, it's just pouring down rain. And I made a big rookie mistake on my way out here. I did not know, and I've always really never known or how to do this, to find a shoe that is stylish but is also functional for rain days.
Yes, it's hard.
I've looked, I've searched listings, I've tried to pinpoint the right kind of shoe. Outside of wearing, like, I've got a good pair of golf shoes, but I'm not an idiot. I'm not wearing my golf shoes out here to just do regular work.
No.
I've got a nice pair of Pumas that are fully waterproof, but that's for playing golf.
Yeah, you
that's
can't
for those
do all
morning
that.
rounds and the rain rounds.
No.
And so I threw my Hey Dudes on.
It's so upsetting.
And I know, like, you might look at me and say, of course you're a guy that
Rookie
wears Hey
mistake.
Dudes, but
You are a guy. Well, I was about to say, let me stop you
It's my
at
first
stylish,
pair.
Tim, because I don't know if you even are that. So we need to
Ouch.
work on that. I'm just kidding. You have great style. I complimented
My
your jacket
God.
and your shirt today.
yeah, I got the...
But, and
I
your
didn't-
socks, dude.
I do have a
Are
milkshake,
those
see?
Hey Dudes on your socks?
I've got a milkshake T-shirt, so I have
Delicious.
one with me at all times.
Are those Hey Dude socks?
Oh, these are Cole Haan socks,
Oh,
but
wow.
they're boat shoes on
I
the
love
socks.
them. I
Yeah,
love them.
so I
No, I will say,
matched those
Tim,
with the shoes.
I've
But
thought
they're
this-
destroyed. Look
I've
at
thought
them.
this ever since I met you, though. Like, Hey Dudes are you. Like, it just makes so much sense. It works, and that's a compliment. Seriously. So take it as one.
I'm just a Hey Dude guy now.
Yeah, it just
That's
like
it?
checks out. Like, I'm not a Hey Dude gal. I'd look like an idiot.
I like to wear a lot of different kinds of shoes, though.
Those
And
are
I had nothing
you-
against these because when they came out, I saw
Yeah.
them. I said, that looks comfortable.
newer?
That looks nice. These are, yeah. And I mean, they
Why
are.
did you wear them when it's pouring
I
rain?
don't know because I wasn't thinking about the A lot.
Come on, Tim.
The A lot is this grassy lot, and it's really
you got
grassy.
the
I
A-lot.
didn't think it was going to be muddy because there's so much grass out there. I
Well-
thought I could just walk on the trampled parts and be safe, but I took about 15 steps after I parked. I looked down at my shoes, even my pant legs.
Listen.
Spots of mud everywhere, and these things, they look cooked. So I don't know, should I, if anyone has any recommendations, I usually try a little warm water and dish soap like Dawn. To get cloth, to clean cloth shoes. But they're so far gone.
Have you heard of a magic
I might have to buy a
eraser?
new pair.
Have you heard of a magic eraser?
The Mr. Clean guy.
Yes, use that.
I-
And then
I
put
clean the
these
walls
on
with
the
those.
the top rack of your dishwasher.
You're a dishwasher gal. You're saying
well,
put
not
the
my
shoes in the
dishwasher, but
dishwasher.
your dishwasher.
I can't use your dishwasher? I don't
Not for those stinky shoes.
You talk
Tim.
about being anal, right? Worried about ruining your dishwasher, but putting your shoes in there.
No, put them on the top rack, not with any dishes in there. But put them on the top rack of your dishwasher. I swear you're going to be like, oh my gosh, Nicole, it worked.
So dishwasher, no washing machine. Washing
No, 'cause
machine
the
bad.
washing
it's too
machine,
much.
It's like too much.
Yeah,
It's
would
gonna
like
stretch
whip
them
them
out.
around.
They're never the same.
Bust
after
a
that.
lace off
No,
of them
they're
or
never
something.
the same. You won't wear them the same after that.
They'd be deformed.
They are. I
Yeah.
ruined a pair of my favorite running shoes in the washing machine.
What are we talking about, though?
I-
What are we talking about, though? Why not
But look
get
at
a,
my shoes.
get a new pair?
I also walked
They're
in
like
grass.
$50 to $70, right? They are a little.
Well,
the
listen,
price
Tim,
is a
we
little
don't all
high
have
for
the
what
kind
they
of
are.
money you have, okay?
We're doing afternoon drive here. Get a new pair of shoes, right? What are we talking about? Just get a new pair. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
I saw this. This is where we are with Ryan Day. He's fantastic, right?
Yeah.
You had some good video of him smacking a drive. I texted you. Was I
Yes.
right? Did he put that in the middle of the fairway?
Yes. It was
About
his
a 5-yard
first drive
cut,
of the day.
right?
Yes.
Left to right move?
Yes. It was beautiful. I literally was filming that, and I was like, wow, coach, pop off.
Nothing
Okay.
looked wrong with it.
No.
It wasn't a powerful swing. Like, that's
No.
not going 300, 320.
No.
But he's hitting that 250, 240 right down the middle.
Right down the middle. It's better than off to the right.
Absolutely.
To the trees. I mean,
on this golf course, you want to be in the fairway.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have a chance. So he was out here having a good time, played with Nick Saban.
Mm-hmm.
Did he play with Scotty for nine of the holes, or was that someone else's group?
With Justin Thomas.
JT.
And then Connors, I think, on the back nine.
From Canada. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, no, that's a good couple of guys to play with as well. So he's been out here. He's enjoyed his time at Muirfield. Then I just saw this post about another bonus that Ryan Day has received. And 11 Warriors obtained the terms of his contract in February. OSU owes the head coach $50,000 for each year his players finish with at least a 3.0 GPA. That number increases to $100,000 for a 3.3 and $150,000 for a 3.5 GPA. That's a really good team GPA, I might add, for the notion about football players and the Cardale Jones tweet, ain't here to play school, all that. But they did have a very respectable 3.22 GPA. And that means $50,000 for Ryan Day. Now, my take on that is, Ryan, my man, you can't pocket any of that money.
Yeah.
None of that. And I don't think there would be issues with this now because we're a full-fledged NIL, and there's going to be the budget this summer to pay college football players. Just straight up pay for play. We need to do a party.
I love it. A nice rager.
a rager, yes. A 1990s style rager without the ecstasy.
Yeah,
that's
correct.
it.
Correct.
And
or
do something.
Or, go on a nice little vacay somewhere. I mean, again, you're taking the whole team. That's expensive quickly with those amount of people, but go on a little excursion. Do something bonding related.
Yes,
I don't know.
yes.
Celebrate your accomplishments.
I don't care what it is. I just think that's got to go back to the players.
Yes,
right?
I completely agree.
And that's what I meant by his guys must really, really love him. And we know that. Like, we could feel the respect from players to coach. Like, you could really – they didn't even really need to talk about it. You could just sort of tell that it was there, that they had his back as the chorus got louder and louder and louder towards Ryan Day with every Michigan loss of the last 4 years, and especially the loudest, this most recent one, that kept a really good team from, A, winning that game, and B, playing for a Big Ten championship. But a lot of that was resolved, of course, by winning 4 straight and winning the national title. So that cooled. But I just think – with all the money that you earn it, you know what? You earn it. We're in a society where you got an important job and you're a good coach, and a lot of people pay a lot of money to support Ohio State football. That's the going rate for a big-time coach. That's your salary. That's your money, $12.5 million. I still think it's wild that we're there.
Crazy.
And he ain't even the highest paid. Kirby, your boy Kirby.
My boy Kirby Smart.
$13.28 million.
Woo!
But we need to take that $50,000 and do something for those players.
Well, yeah, and
because it's theirs.
I think too, because they're the ones who, got that GPA, accomplished that. Again, it does partly go back to Ryan Day and the coaching staff on how they kind of make an emphasis on grades and academics and all that sort of stuff. But team effort, but I agree with you. At the end of the day, it's the guys making the grades.
We're going to have a Memorial leaderboard update. Nicole Shearin of 10 TV is hanging out with us, and this new study proves the mantra, those who stay will be champions. It just proves that again and again. We'll give you that next in 3 minutes, actually. It's Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're looking at a 15-minute delay on eastbound 70 on the east side between Livingston Avenue and Bryce Road. And traffic is moving slow on westbound 270 on the north outer belt between 161 and Cleveland Avenue. This report is sponsored by Discover. Guess what? Discover's accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. You heard right, 99%. If you don't think so, maybe it's time to face facts. You're stuck in the past. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report. Learn more at discover.com/credit card. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Looking to sell your home? Don't pay 6% commission. Call my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They're full service, not a do-it-yourself kind of thing. On average, customers save over $10,000. Give them a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
It's a different world today than it was 30 years ago when I started Care Heating and Cooling. This is Mike Weens, now the retired founder of Care Heating and Cooling with my sons, Dennis and Ryan.
Dad, 30 years ago, you were the first to warn of companies using service technicians as salespeople, of abusing the trust that a service technician has. With the big conglomerates now buying companies all over Central Ohio, this has become the normal business model.
It's all about greed. The conglomerates know they can make a lot more money by incentivizing their technicians to sell air conditioners instead of fixing them. They train their techs to take advantage of a customer when they are the most vulnerable.
Dad, that is not how we were taught. In 2024, Care Heating and Cooling was awarded a BBB Torch Award for ethics and was named the Lennox Partner of the Year. You don't earn those awards by leaving cat toys behind.
Call Care Heating and Cooling at 1-800-COOLING or schedule an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com. When you need a company you can trust.
There's a new way to surround yourself with savings at Giant Eagle and Market District. Shop Giant Eagle's uncompromising quality at a reliable price with everyday savings. Look for signs throughout the store to find bargains on produce, meat, and more. Visit Giant Eagle to see how easy it is to save.
97.1 The Fan. Memorial Leaderboard Update.
And it's brought to you by BMI Federal Credit Union. Enjoy rates lower than the national average, plus a special rate on balance transfers with a Visa Platinum or Visa with Rewards credit card. Round 2 of the Memorial, Ben Griffin and Nick Taylor sitting on top of the leaderboard at 7 under par. Akshay Bhatia 2 back at -5. Scotty Scheffler alone in 4th at -4 and says he's happy with his position.
Yeah, solid day. If I hold a few more putts, probably would have been a little bit of a different score, but I felt like I was hitting my lines out there and did a good job of hit a lot more fairways today. Definitely felt better with my ball striking. So overall, 2 under in those conditions was definitely not a bad score today.
Only 11 players are under par, all chasing Ben Griffin and Nick Taylor at 7 under. We're back tomorrow for Tee to Green beginning at 9. Live outside of Muirfield Village. I'm Skip Mossick on The Fan.
Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
Oh, look. It's Jen Winters falling down a sinkhole. It must be Memorial time. You're listening to a special edition of Common Man and Timmy, live from the Memorial Tournament.
Presented by The Waterworks and Header Plumbing, Drain, Heating, and Cooling. And sponsored by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Visit pausebeforeyouplay.org.
Timmy Hall and Nicole Shearin hanging out with you guys at the Memorial. Skip Mossick, who you just heard give us that lovely Memorial leaderboard update. He is going to be here tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. The world famous, the best golf show in the history of radio will be right here. And I'm going to leave a lot of stories behind so he can keep people up to speed. Close your ears for this one, Nicole, because you're a good, clean girl.
Oh, great.
I want to tell everybody about my friends at Tri-State Men's Health. Listen up here, guys. If you're struggling with ED, you need to stop putting it off. That's erectile dysfunction, because for a limited time, Tri-State Men's Health is offering the first appointment with the provider absolutely free. No strings, no co-pays, nothing out of pocket. I'll say it again. The initial appointment is free, not discounted, completely 1,000,000% free. So you're going to meet with a real men's health expert and leave with some real answers. Act soon. This is a limited time offer. ED, it's a terrible condition, and for whatever reason, a lot of men just put off the problem. They just keep putting it off until it's a much bigger problem. So go to tristatemenshealth.com. We got 2 lovely locations right here in Central Ohio. Do not wait. Get going on this today. Again, that first appointment, 100% free. tristatemenshealth.com. That wasn't so bad, was it?
That was great, Tim.
It's all over now, so don't worry. don't worry. Nicole Shearin
Thank God.
of 10 TV is hanging out here with us. Now, what are you excited for the weekend here? We heard the leaderboard update. I know you're more a cow gal. He slid a little bit, but he could get right back in it. He plays
he's
so
still
well
in
here.
it. I picked Colin Morikawa to win it all. I am pretty pumped for Scotty. I think he made a jump today.
2 under par.
Yeah, it was kind of rough. Not rough. You know what I mean? It was a little rough yesterday for him, so he made a good bounce back
We
today.
did the same thing. He 2 under, 2 under.
Yeah.
4 under. You're 3 shots off the lead. He is in a prime position to win the tournament.
No, he's in a great
still.
spot. I'm just excited. I will say, during the week with TV and everything, it can get kind of crazy with different stories we're doing, which is super fun, and I love it. But I am excited for the weekend to just tap into, watching a little bit more golf and kind of watching some of these guys out there and seeing what they do. I mean, these 2 days are the best 2 days of the tournament coming up.
If you had no work to do, what would you be doing? Where would you go? How would you want to take it in out on the golf course?
I think
you thought
I'd
about
go.
that?
Yeah, I have. So I think I'd go between 14 and 15, and I'd kind of hang out there for a little bit, and then I would potentially follow Scotty for a couple holes.
You just get in Scotty's army, huh?
Kind of.
It's hard to see the shots because
I know
a lot of people are doing the same thing. You got to get
thing.
ahead.
I do
get
really
ahead of Scotty.
You have to get ahead and then
camp out at a good spot.
That's what I'm saying. I think I'd camp right at 14, 15, that intersection, where that little bridge is.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But I also just love 18, especially when it really matters, right? That's the best place to be. Sunday, obviously everybody's going to be there, but I think I'd camp out 14, 15, and then I'd go to the gift shop. I'd get some food, get some snacks, all the good stuff.
Yeah. Have you done any damage in the pro shop? Have you gotten yourself some souvenirs already?
You know what I got? I got a Jack's.
the way you said that. You got the hat, huh?
I got the Jack's Place hat. I actually got 2 hats, and then I got a T-shirt.
2 hats and a T-shirt.
They don't really have a lot
let me guess.
Okay.
$162 after tax.
That's about right.
2 hats and a tee.
Yeah, that's about right. And then I was a lovely daughter and got my mom a hat because they're actually coming this weekend, but she was nervous it was going to be sold out. So I bought it for her.
That's really nice. So they're going to come in and check out some of the weekend
play.
play?
Actually. Yep, so they'll be here Saturday, Sunday.
Boots on the ground.
That's right.
There we go.
The Shearin Cali fam has arrived.
I love it. I love it. That's going to be a good time. Have they done the tournament before? Is this their first time?
Never. My mom did go to the Masters 2 years ago, which I was so jealous. But this will be their first Memorial tournament.
I would actually want to talk to her after she takes in this tournament, though, to know what is there that much. I mean, the Masters is the Masters, right? And I understand that. I fully get that. But for someone that has thought about the Masters a lot for his entire life and what it would be like, and talking to people who have gone there, I do think that what they have done here, what they have built here, is as good as it gets.
Oh, for sure.
It feels like a major championship. I know that it's not.
Yeah.
A lot of people like to think that this is the 5th major, the Players' Championship, gets some of that recognition as well. But it is world class. Everything that's done, just the backdrop,
it's beautiful.
The look up 18 and to see how awesome that clubhouse is with the clock.
So pretty.
It's just a gorgeous view. The tournament put out that photo.
I was going to say, did you see that
first
picture?
thing on Thursday morning?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're here,
I retweeted that. It's art. It's
so pretty.
Completely, purely art, what that is. So, as I said, those who stay will be champions, right? You can say that a lot with what Ohio State just did.
Yeah,
all the guys that came back, but this was on CBSSports.com, and I thought this was interesting. It's not surprising, but just to see some numbers about this. And a study is showing us that elite-level recruits have seen a drop in draft odds after transferring. So they said in analyzing 7 years worth of transfer portal data as it relates to former highly coveted high school recruits. So it is taking what their star ranking was as a high school player into account first for determining which guys to look at before you cut it off. A number of trends have developed here. Not surprisingly, quarterbacks transfer more often than any other position group. In fact, 7 of the 24/7 Sports top 8 guys in the 23 class have all transferred. And while an elite former recruit might earn some more playing time or even get a bigger paycheck somewhere else, the data is saying changing schools may negatively affect their NFL draft outlook. And I've been saying this a bit more and more. I've still been on the side that it's your career.
Yes.
It's your college experience. You should have that liberty. You should have that ability to go and move. But again, if I were dad in some case, if I were an advisor, I would want that person to be really, really sure about where they were going and why they were going.
I will say there is something to be said, like this last Ohio State team, for example, where you have so many guys who came back. You have so many guys like Jack Sawyer who have just been there the entire time. And there's something to be said about them learning how to play together. They build that chemistry over the years, and that makes a huge difference. I mean, we saw it happen this year. However,
that's when you get a team.
Yeah, that's when you get a team.
You're going to have a bunch of elite players stacked up, but that's how you develop an actual team.
But I don't have a problem with a guy, whether it's a quarterback, whatever position, transferring because maybe they're the third string. They're not getting a lot of playing time. They go to a team where they're going to start. They're going to get the reps, and they want to up their draft stock. I have no problem with that. Like, that makes a lot of sense. But like you said, nowadays, yeah, money's involved. It's a money game to some extent. But I find that stat interesting because it does make sense in certain ways, but then in other ways it doesn't because they could be transferring to try to up their draft stock and up their
I mean, that's why you do it.
Correct. So
but then that shows you how many of those decisions were not correct.
Right.
You
like
thought you were going to.
Correct.
Will's was correct.
Yes.
And he put in, and I think his also is a little different because he stayed at Kansas State for what most would say a full time.
Yeah,
it was a full term for him at K-State.
Mm-hmm.
And then he had that luxury because of what he did to be able to get a better look of the landscape out there. And Ohio State was able to get a better look at him.
I think of a guy, you remember JT Daniels?
Yeah.
I think of a guy
he went
like him.
What, 4 times?
Yeah. And again,
where's
he
now?
ended up what was it? He medically retired from football.
Is that what he did?
Something like that.
He was at Georgia at one point, right?
Then he went to West Virginia. He was at Rice before. Like, that's the kind of thing where you are jumping all over the place, and I almost feel bad. I'm like, okay, just find a home. Like, find somewhere, land there, build the chemistry.
Tate
find
Martell
your place.
did that here.
Yeah,
who could have been a phenom Ohio State quarterback.
Right.
And he went, and all of a sudden he's at UNLV. You think, okay, that's finally going to work.
Yeah.
You're back where you played high school football. Right. No, that didn't work.
No, exactly.
It was too bad.
I know. But that's interesting. I really think that's an interesting stat.
Among players considered to be elite coming out of high school who have had at least 4 seasons in college from the 2018 class and beyond, 307 have been drafted. Of those 307 draft picks, only 67 of them were transfers.
Wow.
That's not a big chunk, right?
No.
Transfers from 18 to 21 were drafted at a rate of 11.4%. Non-transfers from that same range of classes were drafted 54% of the time.
Do you think that goes back to, coaches looking at that saying, oh, they had loyalty to their program, we like that? Like, what do you think it goes back to?
All the above.
Yeah.
Everything. Yeah, everything that you just said, sticking with it, going through some trying times. And
I mean, you have a story, right?
It's just, I don't know. It's not that you should never take a job somewhere. I'm not saying that.
No.
I mean, I'm here because I've switched jobs.
Yeah,
so are
I've
you.
switched jobs. Yeah.
That's how sometimes you have to. Sometimes you can be spinning your wheels in a place and you feel like you've got to do it. But what was the case that we were talking about a month ago? There's a college basketball player that has been on the move. It's AJ Storr. I found it in my mind.
You found it in your brain.
AJ Storr, who was great at Wisconsin, went to my Jayhawks, right? Was not good.
No.
One of the biggest transfer busts in college basketball. And he was already on his way somewhere else. And you can kind of see the writing on the wall for that one.
Yeah.
But not just his college career. It's been 8 different basketball programs, 8 years.
That's crazy.
How can you live that way?
You can't
Why
live
would you
that
want
way.
to pick up and go that often?
No, because when you think about it, I mean, I would think it takes a team, maybe not a whole year to build that chemistry, but you ask any coach, that chemistry is not built overnight.
Precisely.
So if you're going from
takes
place
time.
to place to place, you're not ever building that chemistry. You're not giving it the time to build.
Give your team a chance to build, too.
Exactly.
One bad year might not feel great, but you might figure that out sooner or later. And I hope for Ohio State basketball's case, Bruce Thornton staying this long, he's going to get rewarded for that. I have a feeling that this is a tournament team. How deep into the tournament they can go, they're going to have to earn that. But I feel like they've got a tournament team. If the players that are on the roster right now don't go running for the hills, I get the Dorian Jones thing just happened, but I don't think he was going to be one of the top 8 and 9 guys anyway. So I'm hoping it for them. Something I once thought was stupid doesn't look all that bad anymore. Back page is coming up next. Nicole Shearin is here. It's Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got stop-and-go traffic on southbound 270 on the east outer belt between Main Street and I-70. And there's a 5-minute delay on southbound 270 on the west outer belt between Cemetery Road and I-70. This report is sponsored by Erie Insurance, celebrating 100 years of protecting your family's most priceless moments. Then, now, always. Erie Insurance. ErieInsurance.com. That's ErieInsurance.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. A lot of dealerships not stocking much inventory right now because of reasons. But at Jermaine Lexus, they have new inventory arriving every day. Get what you want when you want it. Lease the all-new NX350 for as low as $389 per month. How about rates as low as 3.99% up to 48 months and 4.49% up to 60 months on their most popular models. Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton. Check them out online, JermaineLexus.com.
This summer, save more with hot deals on Meyer brand must-haves for $2 or less all season long.
Like Meyer potato chips?
Yep.
Hamburger buns?
Of course.
Ketchup?
Absolutely.
How about Meyer lemonade? That's my favorite.
Yep, that too. Plus pickles, baked beans, cheese slices for sandwiches. It's your favorite Meyer brand must-haves for $2 or less all season long.
That's a good deal better.
Only at Meyer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meyer app.
The big focus in America today is on your health, and you're determined to look beyond pills and steroids and surgery to feel your best, right? So I want to talk to the person who is in pain right now. Or maybe it's someone you love. You've done everything they told you to do, and the pain just keeps coming back. Hey, it's Tyvis Powell for QC Kinetics. They are different. These are not quick fixes. This is a revolutionary treatment that works to give your body long-term relief. You'll meet face-to-face with Dr. Aaron Wilkoff and the QC Kinetics medical team. They'll explain how their regenerative treatments take your body's own healing power and helps heal and restore your damaged tissue. These are well-respected protocols that include potent and powerful cellular level treatments. QC Kinetics has helped tens of thousands of people, so many of them right here in Columbus, Ohio. They'd be honored to help you as well. Yes, you can say goodbye to that chronic pain and live your best life. Find out if you're a good candidate. The consultation is free. Go to qckinetics.com/Columbus or call 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
Hardscape Pros, are you tired of working with broken down tools and chasing paychecks? At 9 Trees, we respect your craft, invest in the best equipment, and back our crews with full benefits and top pay. We're not just offering you a job, we're offering you a career. If you're a seasoned pro, work with a top patio builder that treats you like family. Call 9 Trees at 614-921-9595 or visit 9treeslc.com to apply. 9 Trees Landscape Construction. The best reputation, the best compensation.
Nashville's hottest band, Old Dominion, is coming to Great American Ballpark on July 10th as part of the Ohio Lottery post-game concert series. After the Reds take on the Marlins, all fans in attendance are invited to stay and enjoy a set from Old Dominion. Plus, you can upgrade your ticket to a pit field pass for an up-close view of the show. For tickets and more information, visit reds.com/concerts.
This promo is for anyone who likes baseball or America or Terry Francona's scooter. The Reds are on the Fan. Catch all 162 games here on the Fan and 1460 ESPN Columbus and the Fan's HD2. Your home for Reds baseball, the Fan.
Many drugs like cocaine, methamphetamine, and non-prescription pills are often cut with dangerous opioids like fentanyl. As a result, nearly 14 Ohioans die daily from unintentional overdoses. That's why it's important to carry naloxone, such as Narcan, a life-saving medication that blocks the effects of fentanyl and other opioids. Over the last 5 years, naloxone has saved over 83,000 lives. Help save lives and visit naloxone.ohio.gov to learn more and find free naloxone. Remember, if you see an overdose occurring, always call 911.
Want to see what loan options you qualify for without impacting your credit score? CME Federal Credit Union makes it easy. You'll get access to tailored loan options, no strings attached. It's simple, secure, and stress-free, just how it should be. Visit cmefcu.org to take the first step towards your financial goals today. Terms and conditions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Oh, there's just so many nice people out here at the memorial. Oh, we love seeing everybody. The fire marshal's coming up and saying, hey.
That's lovely.
Fans of the station, fans of the show. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. Nicole Shearin of 10 TV. She's hanging out with us. Thanks for doing this. This was a tricky kind of day.
No, this is great.
I needed an A-list team, and so you and Adam King helped us out. Adam did a couple of hours. We kicked him off the stage. We wanted you for prime time.
Thank you.
We needed Nicole for that 5 o'clock hour, so she stepped up, and she's done a good job. Yeah, I'm just getting excited to see what the weekend brings. I don't quite have my plan yet. I feel like this is the way every year because I don't have any strict work responsibility on Sunday.
Yeah.
So I've got a press credential. I could come up here and walk the grounds and do whatever I please. I don't quite know what's going to happen. I know I got to take my son to a autograph signing tomorrow.
For what?
We got a little our local card shop that I love going to. My guys at CC2 down in Grove City, they'll have a Chase Brown autograph signing.
That's cool.
And Jax loves Chase Brown. I mean, he's the Bengal Jack, so he's got a lot of cards for his favorite players there, and so he's actually started to select some of his higher valued Chase Brown rookie cards, get him out of the mags, and get him ready for him to on-card auto those bad boys.
That's awesome. Well, that'll be fun.
Then he'll probably grade those after they've been autographed. I don't know how he has to do that though. If a card grading service needs some kind of authentication,
right?
Yeah. To verify that. I mean, I could take an actual video of him signing the card. Would that suffice?
That's the best kind of verifying,
yeah, here's Chase Brown. Here's marker
here's the proof.
On card. Yeah. There you go. What more do you need? Because we were reading about this week. We were talking about it on yesterday's show with Beam. I did not know that there was this. I mean, it doesn't surprise me that there's malpractice in anything that goes on. There's always going to be people that are trying to cheat. What saddens me is when the card hobby got really hot, you would go into some of the stores, and you would see these bloodsuckers that would actually just rip open the boxes and just leave it in the store on the shelf.
Yeah.
They would actually just open boxes and packs, steal the card, and just leave the stuff there.
Terrible.
I'm thinking to myself, how can you not, can you get a camera on this spot now? We know that this has occurred and hammer down on this, but people would also take the patch cards, like cards that have a little cutout piece of a jersey in them. They do that now.
Yeah.
You cut those things out with an X-Acto knife and then put in a counterfeit piece that looks cooler,
This is a lot.
but it's fake, and then that drives the value of the card up. So if you sell it to some sucker on eBay that doesn't know the difference.
See, that would probably be
it's a $150
card.
card.
Know the difference.
Yeah, this is a $150 card here. And
See, that is
really,
just
it ain't.
rude and disrespectful. Why are we doing all that?
Yeah, I don't know. But, again, when there's something to cheat at,
it
doesn't matter if it's college football, college sports, whatever, you're gonna find some ways to cheat. Let's bring it home with the back page. Shall we, Teddy?
The back page.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Nicole, let me ask you, how do you feel about the team name, the Washington Commanders? Where are you at with the name that they chose?
I'm good with it. I'm okay with it. I will be honest, I'm not one way or the other. I don't feel this passion of it's terrible or it's great. I'm it's fine, whatever.
Okay.
That's kind of where I stand.
I'm kind of with you on that, but they're not telling me. I can feel how I want to feel.
I was like, Tim, it's up to you, my guy.
But I do agree. with a recent poll that was done by the Washington Post. Grew up reading that paper. Love my guys, Wilbon and Kornheiser. And they find that 53% of D.C. area adults now like or love the Commander's name.
They use the L word?
Love. We love it, man. I think we love Jaden Daniels.
Wow, we do.
I think we love that douche Dan Snyder is not the owner of the team anymore, and you can actually run that thing. It's an increase from only 34% liking or loving the name as of last year. Still, 36% of the respondents don't like the name, and 9% still hate it. This was a big deal. They changed it from the Redskins to the Washington football team, then to the Commanders. But I agree. I'm more cool with it because I'm concerned that the team is going in the right. I'm not concerned.
Yeah,
I'm happy that the team is finally going in the right direction, and I never thought that I would feel this way. I actually do believe that they're going to win a Super Bowl.
Wow, folks, you heard it here.
I'm not saying this year. It
At
could
some
be this
point,
year.
Maybe 70 years from now.
No. I actually think in 7 to 10 years.
Okay, that's realistic.
5 to 10 years, they'll have a Super Bowl win.
Listen,
again.
I think people have an issue with change, right? Nobody likes change.
Of course.
For sure. I don't like change. None of us do. But I was just sitting here thinking, Commanders is kind of cool because, Jaden Daniels commanding the offense. That's kind of where my head goes, in a different way, of Commanders.
Well, Nicole, you did a great job. Thank you so much. Jen Winters.
You're kicking me out.
Happy birthday this week to you, by the way.
Thank you, guys.
Staying
I'm
dry
so
back
happy
here.
to get the chance to spend the last hour with you guys, and the sun is finally coming out as we're getting ready to leave.
It's like, bye.
So
It's for
hopefully,
us.
though, that means it's good for the rest of the weekend.
Yes.
It is going to be a
supposed to be
nice
good.
little
So
weekend.
thank you, guys.
Cam Taylor
My
here,
buddy Cam.
helping
Yo,
out,
Cam.
run the show as well. Teddy, how you doing back there, Teddy?
I'm doing great, Mike.
Hey, Teddy.
Hi, Teddy.
Have a
Love you.
fantastic weekend.
Great job, Nicole.
Thank you.
You're the man, and enjoy the golf this weekend. We got the Buckeye Show with Bids and Tim May. That'll be fun. Coming up next on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got some slower traffic on westbound 270 on the South Outer Belt between 23 and 71. And traffic is moving a little slow on southbound 71 on the north side between Weber Road and 17th Avenue. This report is sponsored by Speedway. There's no better summertime jam than the sound of you drinking a Big Gulp. So stop at Speedway and grab any size Big Gulp for just 89 cents with Speedy Rewards. It's a summer hit. Valid through 6/24/25. See app for full terms. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Huntington is banking that just clicks. Like asterisk-free checking. An account that's filled with features, but no monthly maintenance fee, no matter what. Because it's your money, right? So we think you should keep it. It's just one more way we're looking out for people every day. Is your bank looking out for you? Maybe it's time to switch. Visit your neighborhood Huntington branch or make the switch at huntington.com/yourmoney.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone, and I'm going to let you know that right now, Getchy's Amish Country Furnishings is offering their best discount of the year on all their awesome sheds, pavilions, cabins, and garages from Weaver Barnes. These specials are only good through May, which makes right now the best time to order. Check out Getchy's Amish Country Furnishings' beautiful sales lot in Dublin, where you can see their displays and learn about all the options. There's never been a better time to get that project in motion and save some cash in the process. See all the details at AmishCountryFurnishings.com. Once again, that's AmishCountryFurnishings.com.
Going up. Prices keep going up these days. It feels like being on an elevator that only goes up. Going up. But not at Metro. We're pushing the down button. Going down. We've lowered prices. Get one line of 5G data for $40. Period. That's 20% lower. And you get a free Samsung 5G phone when you bring your number. Only at Metro.
5-year guarantee on eligible plans. Exclusions apply. See website for details. Not available at Metro with T-Mobile in the past 6 months. Tax applies.
We've discovered the perfect morning ritual, the 2 for $6 breakfast sandwich deal at Tim Hortons. Every sandwich is made to order with a freshly cracked egg and melty cheese, just the way breakfast should be. Choose between savory sausage or hickory smoked bacon, served on a toasted English muffin or flaky biscuit. There's no wrong way to mix and match this tasty deal. 2 breakfast sandwiches, just $6. Perfect. Only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, single item at regular menu price. Modifications and tax extra. Exclusions and additional terms apply.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here. Spring weather has arrived, and we all know what that brings. Warmer weather and severe storms. Well, when bad weather hits, we all know it can cause leaky roofs or even damage to your siding and gutters. The Roofing Guys are your local experts in roofing, siding, and gutters and more, providing top quality through every roof, every time. So it's just a small repair, full replacement, or even peace of mind. You need to contact my guys, the Roofing Guys, 614-626-7000, or visit them at theroofingguys.com. That's theroofingguys.com.
Thinking about buying your first home? Now, with Third Federal, you can buy your first home and pay no PMI. Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. Private mortgage insurance, or PMI, can cost thousands of dollars over the life of your loan. And you may not realize PMI doesn't protect you. It only protects the lender in case of default. But at Third Federal, you can buy a home with just 5% down and no PMI. Plus, first-time home buyers get $750 off a closing cost. So if you're thinking about buying your first home, go for it and visit thirdfederal.com.
Even before you find a home, lock in 6.625%, APR 6.685% on a 30-year fixed-rate purchase mortgage. Visit thirdfederal.com or call 1-800-3rd-FED today. APR reflects 15% down for $350,000 loan amount. Rate requires automatic payment program and is subject to change. Restrictions apply. See conditions for closing cost coupon at thirdfederal.com/FTHB. Equal housing lender.
Common Man here. I've told you about my friends at Sell for 1% Realtors. I am back to remind you that if you're thinking about selling your home, it should not cost you 6% to do it. Their premise is almost too good to be true. They sell your home for 1% commission, not 6. That's it. I had to check it out for myself, see if it was legit. I met with the family-run business here in Central Ohio. They will give you everything you expect from any realtor for a whole lot less. This is full service, not discount. They literally do everything that a realtor who charges you 6% is going to do, and probably more. They can do it because they use today's technology, which has made the realtor's job easier, taking photos, signing documents on your phone. And instead of keeping their prices the same like everybody else does, they pass the savings